On a Saturday night from Newburgh, New York, this is Danbury Hat-Tricks Hockey, and it starts right now on the Hat-Tricks Digital Network. For the first time ever, the Hudson Valley Venom and the Danbury Hat-Tricks. Hello again, Hat-Tricks fans. Doug Latuca with you for the ride. Game one between the Hat-Tricks and the Venom in Hudson Valley's inaugural season. The Venom taking over the Elmira River Sharks, who the Hat-Tricks handled mightily last year and had their way with Elmira and have over the last couple of years. Brand new ownership, brand new city, and game one here at Ice Time Sports Complex in Newburgh. Doug Latuca with you here on the Hat-Tricks Digital Network. We appreciate you for stopping by. Hat-Tricks hoping for a bounce back after last night's loss in overtime to the Binghamton Black Bears, a 3-2 defeat in overtime. All 5 goals in the game came via special teams, 4 on the power play, 1 shorthanded, and the 1 power play goal that counted the most was Cam Clark's in overtime, following a Jacob Ratcliffe hooking call. And Clark, about 2 minutes in to the overtime, rather 3 minutes into the overtime, would hand Binghamton its 3rd consecutive win and would drop the Hat-Tricks to 1-1-1 on the early year. Hat-Tricks sit in 3rd place in the Empire Division with 4 points. The Venom are in 5th, tied in points with the Dashers with 3. So it's pretty tight, 3 through 7 in the Empire. The 2 teams at the top, Watertown and Binghamton, have separated themselves in the early going. Binghamton with 11 points, Watertown with 12, Black Bears with 3 straight wins, Wolves with 4. The Hat-Tricks playing the 2nd game of this weekend set and just the 4th game of the season. So very, very early in the 24-25 campaign, and plenty of time for the Hat-Tricks to get right against a Hudson Valley team that is just struggling to field a roster right now with all the suspensions that have been handed out for this Hudson Valley group. Now, the Venom are playing with a very, very short-handed roster tonight. They have 9 forwards, 5 defensemen. That's 14 skaters. And that is with a celebrity contract in MJ Markle. That's because of the suspensions and the rule implemented last year by the FPHL. If a player is suspended for 2 or more games, the team, as a result, will lose an active player in the game. So the Venom, down 3 players due to 3 separate multi-game suspensions. Technically, you're supposed to be playing with 14 skaters tonight, but technically, they're supposed to be playing with 13 skaters tonight. Instead, we'll play with 14 with Markle in there. Now, many people probably wondering, will we see Dustin Gesso for the Venom tonight? Well, the answer is no. We will not see the former Hat-Trick and Black Bear. Actually paces this Hudson Valley team in points and goals. 6 points, 3 goals. He had a prior obligation. Therefore, he is not in the lineup tonight for the Venom in the inaugural matchup between these 2 teams. Hat-Tricks have taken the ice, just waiting for the Venom to leave the locker room and enter the surface. Now, technically, this is the 2nd matchup between these sides, going back to the preseason on October 12th, right here in Newburgh. Hat-Tricks playing with mostly backups in that game. Won it 4-2. It was a big night for Bozinchenko, who scored twice in the contest. Also, William Shetevert had a big outing. He is in the lineup for the Hat-Tricks tonight, back in after being a scratch last night. A goal and an assist for the Quebec City native. He draws back in on the second line with Harwell and Woolley. Bit of a holdup here as Hudson Valley still in the locker room. And we're hoping that eventually they do, in fact, come out and say hello. Well, we can recap a little bit of what's happened thus far for the Hat-Tricks this season. They opened up at home last Friday against the Motor City Rockers. We documented last year's playoff series between the two teams, Empire Division semifinals. The Rockers won it in 3 games, and the Hat-Tricks fell to Motor City in game 1 of the season. 4-2 was the final score. Hat-Tricks putting on 51 shots towards the goal, but Rodrigo Gonzalez was at the top of his game and held the Hat-Tricks in check. 4-2 the final in the Hat-Tricks home opener on the 18th. But the next night, a much better result for the Hat-Tricks. 6-2 the final score. 2 separate times in the game, the Hat-Tricks scored 3 consecutive goals, helped mostly in the third period when Cunningham grabbed 2 and Gamzatov scored his second of the game. Both players come into tonight with the team lead in goals with 3. Connor McCollum, 28 saves on 30 shots. And Danbury put 62 pucks towards Gonzalez. And he ended up making 56 saves. But not enough, as the Hat-Tricks evened up the record at 1-1. And last night, Hat-Tricks played a very solid game, defensive-minded hockey, plenty of opportunities as well, but a structurally sound effort from Danbury. All 5 goals scored on special teams, including the game winner in overtime off the stick of Cam Clark at 3:03 of the OT period with Jake Ratcliffe in the box. Hat-Tricks were undisciplined last night. They took 5 third-period penalties, resulted in 2 consecutive 5-on-3s, one of which the Black Bears scored on. It was Gavin Yates on the power play at 8:25, even things up. Hat-Tricks had a 2-1 lead going into the third period and could not hold on. Danbury has been putting plenty of shots towards the goal, 44 or more shots in their first 3 games. And the Hat-Tricks will look to test John Moriarty, number 1 in the red Venom jerseys. He's been stellar. 1-1 record. He's got a 4 goals against average and a .901 save percentage, but got the win last night over the Port Huron Prowlers. The Venom coming away with a 4-3 victory, a goal late in the third period by Quinn Chevers handed Hudson Valley its first ever win. They come in at 1-2-0, 3 points. Hat-Tricks 1-1-1 with 4 points. Third of the Empire for Danbury, 5th in the Empire for Hudson Valley. The Venom, one of 4 new teams in the FPHL. You got the Dashers and the Venom in the Empire, and the Rock Lobsters in the Continental with the Moccasins. Still a delay here at Ice Time Sports Complex. The Venom have yet to take the ice. Hat-Tricks waiting around and hoping that this game will get going shortly. Just got a nice shout out from Josh LaBelle, who is warming up, and a lot of orange and black in the stands. And you can hear almost everything on the ice, which is a cool quirk about this arena. A new team, still building a fan base, are the Venom. I'd say half the fans are Hat-Tricks, half the fans are Venom. And it's, as you can see, skating through the neutral zone, it's Josh LaBelle. He's just trying to stay loose. We're not quite sure what the delay is, but the Venom have yet to take the ice. And from what I've been told, it has nothing to do with any production. It must be something to do with the team itself. Now, the Venom are dealing with a plethora of suspensions, and they had MJ Markle signed to a celebrity contract. I wonder if the league has something to say about potentially Markle dressing, which would then put them over technically the number allowed for skaters in this game. That might be the holdup. That's my best guess at it. But hey, it wouldn't be the FPHL with something wacky happening at least once a weekend, folks. And we appreciate your patience on a Saturday night. It is helpful that tonight's game gets going around 7:07. And of course, the Yankees and Dodgers playing game 2 of the World Series at 8 o'clock. We thought, well, maybe this game would wrap up a little bit earlier. You can catch a little more of the baseball afterwards, or, well, either way, you can have split screens if you'd like. We are getting an update. It does appear to be a lineup issue, probably stemming from what we'd mentioned with Hudson Valley's suspension situation. Yeah, protocols with the referees. My good friend Jim Cerny, the broadcaster of the Hudson Valley Venom. Many Hat-Tricks fans will know him, giving us the update. He says hello, and he mentioned that the linesmen are not on the ice, most likely dealing. The refs are not on the ice. The linesmen are most likely dealing with this protocol issue. So we will step aside and come back when we find out a little bit more. Hat-Tricks and Venom in a delay to start things off. Hockey should be right around the corner here on the Hat-Tricks Digital Network. We welcome you back inside Ice Time Sports Complex in Newburgh, New York. A bit of a delay, a protocol and roster issue. The reason for the delay of the puck drop, the Venom are entering the ice surface. And if you can hear the Let's Go Hat-Tricks chant, I'd say it's pretty 50-50, if not 60-40 in favor of the Hat-Tricks. Of course, just the 45-minute drive west on I-84. The Battle of 84, the first of 12 meetings between these two teams. And you'll recognize a bunch of names on this Venom team from last year's Elmira squad. The Venom purchasing the River Sharks and ultimately taking on some of the roster. Almost time for puck drop, but here is the anthem here in Newburgh, New York. All right, it is just about time for hockey. Hat-Tricks and Venom, inaugural matchup in Hudson Valley's inaugural season. Doug Latuca with you on the Hat-Tricks Digital Network. We apologize for the delay. Hudson Valley dealing with some roster issues due to some suspensions. They are supposed to be down 3 skaters tonight, but they signed MJ Markle to a celebrity contract, which pushed their skater number up to 14. It should be at 13. Now, we have not been told anything. I'm not sure if Markle will play or not, but the referees did catch wind of it, and that explains why. It explains why there was a delay to the start of this game. But delay no more. Hat-Tricks and Venom for the first time ever here in Newburgh, New York. And we are off and running. Hat-Tricks starting the third line of Corey Anderson, Bozinchenko, and Alexander Gamzatov, with Zach Pamaleon and Chris Dusek on defense. In the net for the first time this season, making his pro debut, it's Andrew LaRusso, 6'1", 181. He dressed in the Hat-Tricks regular season finale last year, but did not play against Binghamton. Hat-Tricks coming off an overtime loss last night to the Black Bears. 4-3 the final score. Shot on goal. They score. Just 23 seconds into the opening period, the Venom have the lead. And it's Danila Belov with the game's first goal. His second of the season and his third point, and not the start the Hat-Tricks were hoping for. Following the delay, the puck dropped, and on the first shot, the first goal over the right shoulder of LaRusso. So mentioned the back and forth overtime loss last night to the Black Bears. Hat-tricks do have points in back-to-back games, but have lost 2 of the first 3 games to start things off in 24-25, and not the start the Hat-tricks were hoping for in the first matchup of 12 with Hudson Valley this season. Top trio on Cunningham, Ruiz, and Ratcliffe. Gonzalez and LaBelle play catch. It's ramped off the stick of Ratcliffe, or so it appeared that way. He did not get a piece of it, and an icing on the Hat-tricks brings the faceoff all the way back in the Danbury zone. Now, the Hat-tricks were on the ice for at least 10 minutes while the Venom were in the locker room trying to sort out the roster complications. And the Hat-tricks so far a little bit flat in tonight's game. Brett Parker centered, knocked away by LaBelle. Parker whips it off the side of the net. Centering try, blocked away. To the back, it's MJ Markle at the far point. Josh Newburgh, the head coach and captain, or rather the head coach of this Venom team, former Binghamton Black Bear. LaBelle rims it around for Gonzalez, sauces it through the neutral zone, and 2 men on the ice. Hat-tricks to the power play. For the first time tonight, 1 minute and 16 seconds in to the first period. And the Hat-tricks head to the man advantage. Danbury last night on the power play. They were 1 for 4, but the Hat-tricks have lost both games that they have scored power play goals in. That's not usually how it goes, but Danbury last night a little undisciplined in the third period, and that's what cost him against the Black Bears. So the Hat-tricks to the power play, looking for the equalizer. The Venom cannot clear. It's kept in at the left point and worked out through center. Mateo de Blasio will settle and snap it down the ice. In pursuit, it's Josh LaBelle. He quarterbacks the unit with Ruiz, Ratcliffe, Harwell, and Cunningham. Harwell steps inside the line, gets knocked down, falls to the ice, and the puck out to center. The penalty on, it's a bench minor, Davide Gaeta serving. 1 minute 10 on the power play. LaBelle at the left point, walks the line, gives a cross for Ratcliffe, wrist shot, trickles wide, scooped up in the near corner, angled off the boards. LaBelle keeps it going. Ratcliffe at the right circle, back for LaBelle, a wrister, glove save, and no whistle. First stop for John Moriarty. As we've played a little more than 2 minutes, opening period, Venom and Hat-tricks. Hudson Valley with a 1-0 lead. Danila Belov on the game's first shot. Blake Sawertson with the helper has the Venom in the lead. Still 50 seconds on the Hat-tricks power play. Zinchenko along the near boards. Handing off, Corey Anderson scored a shorty last night. Gonzalez fakes the shot, gives off. Woolley wrister was blocked. A clear attempt fails. Hat-tricks keep. Anderson, wrister, blocked. Pass for Zinchenko all the way through to the far boards. Woolley into the skates of Zinchenko, keeps it alive with 25 on the power play clock. Zinchenko surveys, down low for Gonzalez. Left point Zinchenko. Fake the shot, switches spots Gonzalez. Woolley, return Gonzalez. Final 15 of the power play. Woolley, left point. Fakes. Returned from Anderson. Gonzalez, wrister. Glove save Moriarty. Gets the whistle. Now the Hat-tricks with just 6 seconds to work with on the Venom bench minor. Power play, certainly a good thing for the Hat-tricks, just to get their footing after the About 10-15 minute delay due to the roster protocol issue. Puck shot up off the glass and into the netting. For the hat-trick settling down a bit more. And a Danbury power play that is 2 for 16 this season. A little over 12% on the year. That's 8th in the league. Power play is over. Gaeta out of the box. Hat-trick still in the offensive zone. Centering pass off a skate. Shatavert centers. Linnell chopped at it. Harwell kept it alive, and then Henning at the point kept it momentarily. Out the other way. It's a turnover as Gaeta was dangling into the offensive zone for the Venom. The debut for Reese Tamburo, number 8 in white for the Hat-Tricks. Started his junior career with Danbury's NA3HL team back in 2021. Played there a couple of seasons. Now making his professional debut due to the injury to Xavier Abdella, who left the game in the second period last night and did not return. He did not make the trip with the hat-trick, so Tamburo in. Linnell and Shatavert as well for the hat-trick draw in, with DeLong and Frolov out. Centering pass, shot wide. Another pass into the slot, and a scramble in front. Now a whistle. And I believe they're looking at the net. Potentially coming off the moorings. Well, I get that all situated. And now a face-off at the near circle. Ruiz beats Erickson, and Pamelayan attempted a clear, could not get it out. De Blasio with a key. Huge collision right in front of the hat-trick's bench. Ruiz locates Dusek. Clear attempt. Rasmus Ash keeps at the near point. Jesper Erickson tangled up with Dusek. De Blasio inside for Norica. Popped in the air. It's in front. And Norica sweeps it wide. Pamelayan crunches him to the glass. Norica trying to Michigan, but the stick lifted by Pamelayan. Venom applying a lot of pressure in the offensive zone. Point shot deflected off the back glass. LaRusso stumbled in the crease, gets back to his skates. Dusek and Cunningham double team Erickson, clear it as far as center. Asp chops it back in, and Erickson will play it back into the Venom zone for Imentis Norica. 91 in red. We've played 5 minutes. Opening period, 1-0 Venom on a Belov goal just 23 seconds in on the first shot of the game. Cunningham spinning at the far circle. Gave it away. And Hudson Valley into the offensive zone. Puck trickles in on LaRusso. And he stops play. And it brings us to our first media timeout. 1-0 Venom. First ever matchup between the two teams will step aside on the Hat-Tricks Digital Network.
Charter Oak Brewing Company is a Connecticut-based craft beers brewery featuring handcrafted and innovative beers such as pale ales, lagers, India pale ales, brown ales, sours, and several seasoned, more robust beers. Pick one up at the Rabbit Hole here at the Danbury Ice Arena. Live pain-free with Danbury Chiropractic and Wellness. From adjustments to holistic treatments, we're here to help you feel your best. Book your appointment today. Wellness is just a call away. Raise a glass to locally crafted spirits at Litchfield Distillery. Handcrafted small batch whiskey, gin, and more. Visit our distillery today and taste the difference. Litchfield Distillery, batch by batch. Keep your business safe with R&R Protective Services. Expert security solutions tailored to your needs. Call us today for reliable protection you can trust. R&R Protective Services, your safety, our priority. Nothing beats an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Refresh your day with the classic taste everyone loves. Coca-Cola Northeast, bringing smiles and refreshment to your community. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena.
Back inside Ice Time Sports Complex. Venom 1, Hat-Tricks 0. Doug Latuca with you on a Saturday night here in Newburgh, New York. Off the face-off for Rister into the catching mitt of LaRusso. And no rebound, so a face-off upcoming in the hat-trick zone. Now, there are no shots on the scoreboard, so I will do my best to keep you updated. Currently, it says 3-2 in favor of the Hat-Tricks. Harwell on the faceoff, kicked it back for Gonzalez, angled off the far boards, and a race for it. At center ice, it's swatted at Gonzalez, twisting, outletting for Harwell, and an ice on the Hat-Tricks. Harwell thought maybe he got there, but he did not win the race. And another D-zone faceoff for Danbury, trailing 1-0. They are 0 for 1 on the power play thus far. This just the 4th game of the season. The second weekend set for the Hat-Tricks in 24-25. Danbury in search of its second win. Davide Gaeta crunched along the glass by Harwell. Behind the play, some cross-checking between the two 15s. Meanwhile, Woolley filters it down low, shot to Vert, sweeps it in front, bouncing puck. It's available, and out through center. It's Belov, the goal scorer. Belov handing inside, left pad save, rebounds free in the crease, and LaBelle chops it out to center. Best save so far for LaRusso. Hasn't been tested much. First shot, first goal for Belov, and that one a dazzler. Rister from the far wing went wide. LaBelle D-to-D for Tamburo. Outlet, skate-to-stick reception for Cunningham, but he'll retreat back into the zone. Cross-ice feed for Tamburo, angles it off the boards, and a turnover at center where Asp lost his footing, then ran into Henning. Asp after it, spinning off a check, kept in at the point. Markle snaps one towards goal. It's blocked. There's an outlet for Ruiz behind the play. Ruiz on a breakaway, shoots, save, and the rebound swept away from danger. So LaRusso flashing the leather on one end. Moriarty answers on the other and keeps it 1-0 Venom. Tamburo gets the red, filters it in deep. With 12.5 to play, first period, 1-0 Hudson Valley. Pamelayan locates Dusek, banged off the boards. Norica gets it into the hat-trick zone, but Dusek right up the gut, ramps off the stick of Linnell on goal, and Moriarty forces the whistle. Took some time for LaRusso to settle in his first professional start. Could rattle a young goaltender, giving up a goal on the first shot they face, but he has stopped the next three, including the in-tight opportunity for Norica. Tie up off the face-off, spits to the near boards. Alexander Gamzatov has 3 goals for the hat-tricks through 3 games. Sends it down low. Zinchenko shot off the side of the net. Zinchenko back on it in the far corner. He'll cycle it along the kick plate. Gamzatov pressed to the glass by Connor Craig. Centering try available in the slot. And the Venom clear is all the way down, and it's an icing on Hudson Valley. So the face-off all the way back in the hat-trick zone. And the Venom cannot change. Brett Parker took a huge hit on that icing. So he leaves the ice due to an injury. So at least one fresh Venom player on the ice. And the face-off at the near circle. Early stages, first period. And it's 1-0 Hudson Valley in the first of 12 meetings between the two teams. Tangled off the face-off, Harwell swinging at it. Puck pops in the air, and it's Gaeta who will skate it through center. Has blazing speed up the right wing. Slips it behind the hat-trick's net. Gonzalez to the tape of LaBelle. Cross ice, in stride, it's Woolley. Trying to get around Mark Pozar, who spins in the corner. His outlet was taken in by de Blasio. Cross ice pass through off the skate of Gonzalez and on goal. LaRusso steers it aside. Gonzalez leads Harwell up the right wing. Cross corner dump, looking for Woolley. Springs towards the goal, but Posar swept it away. Henning, fresh off the bench to the front, they score! A tip-in for Connor Woolley. This game is tied at 1. Dustin Henning came flying off the Hat-Tricks bench, kept the puck in at the right point, slid it towards the slot, and Woolley taps it home for his first goal of the season. And it knots things up at 1. Now, Hat-Trick starting to find their footing after surrendering a goal just 23 seconds in. Danbury has evened the score. Johnny Ruiz dangles, shoots just wide of the left post. Henning bangs it off the boards, sent right back towards the Hat-Trick zone, and then Henning swats it inadvertently into the Hat-Trick's bench for a whistle. The goal, Connor Woolley from Dustin Henning and Chase Harwell at 9-10. Mentioned it's Woolley's first goal, had 12 in 39 games last year for the Hat-Tricks. Ended last season with 10 points in his last 11 games. Now has 2 through the first 3+. Zinchenko, Rister fought off by Moriarty. And the Venom evacuate the zone from left to right. In the offensive zone, it's Norica shooting, blocked by a sliding Corey Anderson. Outlet, Zinchenko scored 2 in the exhibition against the Venom. Dusak, Rister, blocker save Moriarty. Now the Hat-Trick starting to apply some pressure. Jesper Eriksson up the far boards. Hat-Tricks keep. Long-range Rister steered to the near boards. Zinchenko, the first one there, was met by a Venom, and Pamelayan backtracks in his own zone as we're past the midway point of the opening period. In stride, it's Harwell up the left wing, cuts inside, couldn't get the shot off, and took Moriarty out in the process. Nothing called. And in the corner behind the play, Markle and Harwell going at it. Markle with a couple jabs to the face of Harwell. It appears that the initial penalty was going to be on Markle. That's why they stopped the play. Markle, again, a celebrity contract tonight for the Venom, who are severely short-handed. Media timeout. We'll be right back on the Hat-Tricks Digital Network.
Need tickets for your next event? Tixter makes it simple to buy, sell, and manage tickets. Get your Hat-Tricks tickets today at Tixter.com because every event starts with the right ticket. Need tools for your next project? Decker Tool Rental HO Pen has everything you need for DIY or professional jobs. Quality tools, expert advice. Rent with confidence at Decker Tool Rental. Cool off with a treat from Twister's Ice Cream Cafe. Delicious ice cream in every flavor imaginable. Stop by Twister's today and treat yourself to something sweet. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena. Craving wings and good times? Head to TK's American Cafe. With the best wings in town and a fun atmosphere, it's the perfect place to hang out. Visit TK's American Cafe and try the Hat-Tricks wings today.
Back in Newburgh, Hat-Tricks 1, Venom 1. Just past the midway point of the first period. Venom got the scoring started 23 seconds in. Belov from Sewardson and Gaeta. And the Hat-Tricks with the response at 9:10 of the period. Woolley on a deflection. Hard pass from Henning. Harwell also got things started a little bit before. Henning and Harwell with the assists. And it appears that things might be even. Well, the Hat-Tricks are waiting. No, the Hat-Tricks are headed to the power play. It is a penalty on MJ Markle for roughing, which is what we had guessed after he had roughed up Harwell in the far corner. Now the Hat-Tricks were waiting for Harwell to come back on the ice, but he's having an equipment issue. So he's replaced on the ice. Ruiz, one-time slapper, goes wide. Ratcliffe recollects. LaBelle for Cunningham in the far corner. Back out for Ratcliffe. Straight away LaBelle for Ruiz in his office near the left circle. Ruiz for LaBelle. They switch spots. Ratcliffe dancing near the blue line. Slips it for LaBelle. Slapper might have hit the iron. A screen applied in front by Gamzatov. Ratcliffe with 1:20 on the power play. Ruiz had his pocket picked. And an outlet into the zone. Dangling through its Asp. Gained the line, brought it back out to center, and then flips it in deep to waste some time. 1 minute gone on the Hat-Trick's power play. Markle in the box for roughing. Danbury 0 for 1 so far tonight. They scored once on 4 tries last night. Second unit on. Gonzalez zigzags through center. Steps inside the line. Curls back. Hands off Woolley. And the puck is knocked out to center. 2 red jerseys in the area. Gonzalez reads it and leads Zinchenko into the zone. Zinchenko pass through the stick of Anderson. Gonzalez keeps the blue line, and the Hat-Tricks with 30 seconds on the power play reset. Woolley, the goal scorer for Harwell. Backhander just over the crossbar, over the shoulder of Moriarty. And the puck is tipped into the netting with 19 ticks on the Hat-Trick's man advantage. Stands starting to fill up here at Ice Time Sports Complex. Plenty of black and orange from the Danbury faithful. Mention it's just a 45-minute drive, the first installment of the Battle of 84. Now Woolley tried to hop off the ice. Ref said no. Hat-Tricks wanted to get Henning on. Anderson kicked. Harwell will take the faceoff and win it. Final 15 of the power play. Rasmus Asp. The lefty circles around the net. Nearly kept in with the skate by LaBelle, but it trickles out to center. Lead in for Anderson. Controls near corner. Through Zinchenko. Gonzalez slap shot save. Rebound Anderson was denied by Moriarty. A stick save. Back to 5-on-5. Both of these goalies have made 2 or 3 stops that have been A++ caliber in this one. Not a high volume of shots whatsoever for either side. Hat-Tricks with 44 or more shots in the first 3 games, and they've outshot their opponents 2 out of the first 3 games. Linnell filters one towards goal, and Moriarty opts for the faceoff in the D zone. Once again, no shots on the big board, so we are going by the live stats, and it has the Hat-Tricks in front 12-4. Danbury, of course, with 2 power plays. Off the faceoff, Linnell rips one off the side of the net. Backhand clear attempt by Jesper Eriksson. Successful. They play pinball at center ice, and Eriksson will reset. Craig rips it far corner. Henning twists out of trouble, gets double teamed, gave the puck away. Centering pass. Norika gathers. Free puck. Tamburo throwing his body weight around. Negated that opportunity. Chatavert tipped it in deeper. But Imantis Norika, number 91, leads it up to the far side. Centering pass. Norika looking to uncork one. Tamburo got there in the nick of time. Norika with 2 points thus far, 1 goal and 1 assist through the first couple of games. One-timer Ratcliffe off the blocker of Moriarty. Asp trying to go end-to-end. Picked up by Pamelayan. Spins in the corner. Ladles it down low. Circling around the net, trying to make a move was Brendan Charlton. He was denied. But Danbury with a turnover at center. Maeda flipped it into the Hat-Trick's bench. Rather, that is Danila Belov, 16, not 15. And 5:20 left. In the first period, 1-1 the score on a Saturday night from Newburgh. First ever meeting, Venom and Hatrix. Didn't start off too hot with the delay due to the roster issues. And then Danbury surrendering a goal 23 seconds in, but the Hatrix have found their groove, doubling up the Venom in terms of shots, and have tied the game thanks to Woolen. And icing will bring the face-off back into the Venom zone. Now the issue, because the Venom dealing with some suspensions, multi-game suspensions, that's the key, because according to the FPHL rules, that means a loss of manpower on the active roster for the game. So technically, the Venom's supposed to be down 3 skaters. Tonight they are down 2 because of the celebrity contract from NJ Markle, which it appears the league has allowed it to uphold. I'm sure the Hatrix would not argue either way. Tough to play a hockey game with 13 skaters. Venom doing it with 14 tonight. Right point shot into the breadbasket of LaRusso as Markle let one go from the right point. And the Hatrix will be shorthanded. Slashing the call. It is on Zach Pamaleon. And the Venom to the man advantage for their first try of the game when we return on the Hatrix Digital Network.
Your car deserves the best. Crossroads Car Wash keeps your vehicle looking fresh and clean, fast, affordable, and eco-friendly. Stop by today. Crossroads Car Wash, where a clean car is a happy car. Transform your yard with Yard Goats Landscaping. From lawn care to custom designs, we bring your outdoor vision to life. Call Yard Goats today and make your yard the envy of the neighborhood. Looking for a brighter smile? Stony Hill Dental Care offers expert dental services for the whole family. Schedule your appointment today. Stony Hill Dental Care, where your smile comes first. Get the best cuts of meat with Omaha Beef Company. Fresh, premium beef delivered right to your door. Taste the difference with Omaha Beef, where quality is always on the menu. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena. Need reliable stormwater solutions? Coltech Inc. provides innovative water management systems for residential and commercial properties. Coltech, solutions you can count on, quality you can trust.
First power play for the Venom tonight. Pamaleon in the box for slashing. Mentioned off the top, the Hatrix undisciplined last night. They were shorthanded 10 times, took 5 penalties in the third period, which gave Binghamton back-to-back 5-on-3 power plays. And the Black Bears scored a goal to tie the game in the third. And then, of course, scored the power play goal to win the game in overtime. Danbury did score a shorty last night. It was Corey Anderson, his first goal with the Hatrix since 2021-22. So the kill the Hatrix this season, about 84%, tied for 6th in the league. And the Venom clear the zone themselves. An entry into the zone. Drop off pass Norica. Wrist shot off the blocker of LaRusso. A wrist shot from Swartzen. Top line for this Venom group is Gaeta, Swartzen, and Norica. Newburgh centers this power play unit with the 3 I just mentioned. And also Connor Craig. Gaeta for Craig. Wrist shot fought off by LaRusso. Spit to the near corner. Gaeta twirling in the near corner. To the back. Gaeta for Norica. Fires one off the chest of LaRusso. Springs to the left corner. And cleared out to center. 50 seconds on this Venom power play. Pamaleon in the box for slashing. Gaeta turned back. Dusek attempted a clear, hit off of Gaeta. Gaeta gets it right back from Markle. Navigates the line. Markle a slapper. Whistles wide. Zinchenko on the other end will tip it out to center. Harwell shorthanded. Final 15 of the power play. Harwell wrister just wide of the near post. Moriarty might have got a piece, but Harwell with a ripper on the kill. And the hat trick successful as they kill off the Venom power play. 2.5 to go. First period, 1-1 the score. And the play offside. So brings the face-off just outside the Danbury zone. The Venom this season were 3 for 16 coming in on the power play. Unsuccessful on attempt number 1. Off the face-off, the Venom possess a wrister towards the net. LaRusso had it in and out of the glove. Kept in Markle at the line. Floats one wide. Dusek corrals. Leads Ratcliffe. Tape to tape Cunningham. Purposely off the end boards. Went after it. Could not control. Final 2 minutes of the opening period. Brett Parker tied up with Johnny Ruiz. And the Venom chip and chase. Charlton wheels it around the kick plate. Parker in stride around the net. Parker wraparound. Denied. A whistle. And the net off. And LaRusso pushing off the right skate to close up that near post area. Kept it out of the net, and it's 1-1 with a face-off to LaRusso's right. And Russo settling in after allowing a goal on the first shot he faced in his pro debut 23 seconds in. And since then, has stopped everything the Venom has thrown at him. 7 saves since the goal. Anderson charges after it, swings it in front, swept aside by Ass. Puck available below the goal line. Lavelle pinching from the left point towards the goal, steered aside. Anderson picks it up, veers middle, pushes it towards the net, missed it. Lavelle keeps it the left point. His wrist shot through, and Moriarty snags it with the mitt. Venom make full changes. Patrick switching up the 3 forwards. This the 3rd start from Moriarty. Came in with a 4 goals against average, save percentage above 90. And final minute of the period. He's been tested in this first and has come out big. The only puck to get past him, Connor Woolley's tip in front. There is Woolley in the corner. Centers deflected behind the net. Woolley has it back. Reverses. Gonzalez centering. All the way to the back. Woolley drops LaBelle. Slaps towards goal. Kick save by Moriarty. Gonzalez kept it moving. Harwell behind the net. Surveys. Left point LaBelle. Quickly across Gonzalez. Pressured. Gave it away with 20 seconds. Through the neutral zone. It's Gaeta. Shooting into the catching mitt of LaRusso. And after the whistle, some extracurriculars. And the referees get in there, break it up. Just 15 seconds remain in this first period. We are all tied up at 1 apiece. You really notice Davide Gaeta's speed on the ice. Every time he gets the puck, he's looking to create and charge towards the offensive zone. He steps off. Second line for the Venom on. Josh Newburgh centers the line with the final 10 seconds. Brett Parker, wrist shot. Tipped wide to the near corner. Ruiz trying to staple it along the boards. Final 5 in front. Parker denied. Rebound was taken by Ratcliffe. The net came off. Let's see if they put a second or two on the clock. But LaRusso kept the puck out of the net on Parker, who was surging in front. Now the Venom have been very active below the goal line, getting pucks towards the net and causing some commotion in front of LaRusso, who's making his first professional start after it was Connor McCullum, who had made 3 consecutive starts to start the 24-25 season. So once the Hat-Tricks woke up following the delay due to Hudson Valley's roster issues, they woke up and Danbury was down 1-0, 23 seconds in. Hat-Tricks did get the equalizing goal. Woolley on a tap-in, hard feed from Henning from the right point. Woolley was in the slot, tipped it past Moriarty for the tie 1-1 score. The shots after one period of play, they read Danbury 16, Hudson Valley 10. The score 1-1 after one. Penalties in the period, 2 committed by the Venom. A bench minor for too many. And then Markle for roughing at 10:41. Pameleon at 15:26, the only penalty on the Hat-Tricks. That was a slash. Both teams unsuccessful on the power play. Hat-Tricks 0 for 2, Venom 0 for 1 in that opening frame. Second game of the weekend for the Hat-Tricks, first road trip of the year, albeit it's only 45 minutes on I-84. Quickest opponent trip for the Hat-Tricks this season, and they'll do it another 5 times. 12 overall matchups between the two teams, and they will meet again in November on the 22nd, right back here in Newburgh. So the Venom coming out with some energy, amped up, following the delay, score a goal 23 seconds in, had some juice, a couple good opportunities on LaRusso, who shut the door, was 9 for 10 in the first period. Then Danbury started to tilt the ice a little bit towards the Venom zone. Moriarty on top of his game, 15 for 16. The only shot to get past him was a tip in front by Woolley to make it 1-1. First intermission here in Newburgh. 1-1 the score. About 15 minutes from now, we'll have the second period. Let's hear from one of the co-head coaches, Kyle Gonzalez. I sat down with him earlier in the week on his first ever Hat-Tricks Weekly.
Hey Hat-Tricks fans, we welcome you back inside the Hat-Tricks Lounge for another week of Hat-Tricks Weekly. I'm Doug Latuca, the Hat-Tricks broadcaster, with the other half of the coaching tree, Kyle Gonzalez. Last week we spoke with Johnny Ruiz. Now we've got Kyle Gonzalez. Gonzo, how's it going?
All is good, Doug. Thanks for having me. Had a good week of practice, so looking forward to the weekend.
Yeah, we're just going to ask you about practice. A little bit different than training camp, which was last week, the lead up to the opening weekend. Now you've got your roster pretty solidified, at least going into this weekend. What's different about practice training camp versus practice week 1 of the regular season?
Yeah, throughout training camp for the first week, you're focusing on, conditioning. You're focusing on getting guys their first touch, and maybe getting their touches in, getting the rust off from the summer. So first week is a little less systematic than the second week would be. This week, going back to the weekend's games, seeing what we did wrong, obviously spending time on that and spending a little more time on systems moving forward. that'd definitely be the main difference for sure.
I mean, plenty of storylines going into last weekend. Of course, played 2 against Motor City here at home, the team that knocked you guys out of the playoffs in the first round last year. You come away with 3 points in 2 games, some good, some bad. What were your overall takeaways from the first 2 games of the year?
Yeah, like you just said, some good, some bad. Friday night there was more bad than good. Obviously, we ended up dropping that 142, I think it was. Whether if it was nerves, some guys their first pro game or whatever have you, we just didn't play properly, and Motor City came out buzzing. The second night, obviously, you saw with the difference there with the scoreboard and just how guys were moving and connecting a little bit more and just feeling and showing that they're getting used to each other every single day. So yeah, night one was a good effort, but didn't get the results we needed. Night 2 was definitely the type of night we're looking for sure.
Yeah, we had Josh LaBelle speak with Lexi Berkey in between periods on night 1, and he mentioned not playing the way that you guys had spoke about in training camp. What were some of the points that weren't quite connecting in that first game that might have connected in night 2 in the victory?
Yeah, no, it was just kind of going back to the basics and simplicity of the game, instead of, trying to make a 50-foot pass to a stretch guy instead of using the close guy that's the easy and right play. Some guys were, the whole team, not just some guys, everyone was trying to make the hard play, trying to make the play to C before skipping steps A and B, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and some people will look at the box score and see the 4-2 final in game 1, 6-2 win in game 2, but you did put on 51 shots in the first game.
Yep.
The goaltender for Motor City, Gonzalez, ironically, did play pretty well for them, played both games. Was it a matter of just not finishing those chances, or deeper meanings that you were relating to and things like that?
Yeah, no, I'm not going to take anything away from Motor City's goalie last weekend. He played a stellar game. Game 1 when he captured the win, and even in game 2 he made some good saves. With that being said, I don't think we really penetrated the dangerous ice inside the dots very much game 1 as much as we did game 2. Like you had mentioned, granted, we had 50-plus shots in each game, but, I felt like more of our shots from game 1 were more perimeter, not as dangerous chances as they were game 2, and that showed evident on the scoreboard.
Yeah, you guys trailed in both games. Last year when I sat down with Billy every week, he had mentioned, well, we'd rather not be trailing in a game. You guys were the comeback kids more times than not last year, and a big chunk of the wins, especially against Binghamton, who you guys play this weekend, were of the comeback variety. What does it say about this team as a whole, the ability to come from behind and win a game? In the opening weekend, a bunch of new pieces. Yes, 15 out of the 21 are returners, but you guys come from behind and pick up the first win of the year.
Yeah, that just kind of goes to show already the maturity level of the team that we have this year. Like you had mentioned, there's only about 6 or 7 new guys here. So it kind of takes a lot of the veteran guys and the returners to really just show, regardless whether if we go down 1-2 goals in the first 5 or 10, or if we're up 2 goals in the first 5 or 10, the game shouldn't change. Definitely don't hit the panic button. So it's a good start, but we definitely don't want to make that a habit and get used to playing from behind, because like you had mentioned, playing teams like Bingo and said other teams moving forward, especially we get deeper into the season, things are going to get tighter, and maybe it's going to be that much harder to come back in games. So we definitely need to make sure that we have great starts and start in front and kind of just learn to play with the lead instead of trying to learn to play catching up to the other team.
We chatted about some of the returners, but it was the new guys this past weekend that all filled up the score sheet. 8 total goals, 8 of them from second year or younger players. 3 from Corey Cunningham, who was all over the score sheet last year, and then you had 3 from Alexander Gamzatov, who is a newcomer recently acquired from Watertown. He scored 3 goals over the weekend. What kind of role can these new guys play on this team? How important are they moving forward?
Yeah, no, shout out to both those guys. They did a great job this weekend, along with their line mates and everyone else. To have that secondary scoring, per se, deeper in the lineup, if you want to call it that, that's huge. And I think that's something we were lacking just a little bit last year, not taking away anything from the guys we had last year, but you could kind of almost count on where the goals were going to come from last year versus, this year just showing us from the first 2 games, if our first line isn't showing up on the scoreboard, we can still count on our third line or even our extra forward to get a goal or come up big in a big moment. So it's a good sign, nice and early, and we definitely want to keep building off that for sure.
It's exactly what Cunningham said to our intern Wyatt a couple days ago when they sat down, and exactly what Johnny had mentioned. Had 2 assists in the game, was a game-time decision, but did not have to score a goal.
Right.
And the team as a whole put up 6.
Yep.
So wins and goals coming from other areas.
Yep.
For you individually, last season was a bit of a struggle, missed over 35 games
Yep.
with that back injury. You did come back at the end of the year. You play the first 2 games here. How is your body feeling? How did you feel out there back at the start of the season?
Yeah, last year was definitely a very big obstacle, and hopefully, it never happens again. But, I learned a lot from last year, just kind of being appreciative of the smaller things, being able to get up out of bed and walk, something we take for granted every day. I went from bed in my bedroom to bed in my living room, and so it was very tough. And so to be able to come back last year was a gift in itself. And, I felt good last year, but I just felt like I didn't have my step just being out for so long. So worked on that over summer, and coming back this year, with the support of my teammates and everyone that skated with me over summer, I'm feeling great, feeling good. I don't necessarily feel 30 every day, so I'm feeling good about myself, feeling good about everything.
Yeah, I mean, we watched the journey last year,
Yeah.
you slowly, progressively getting back, then skating, and it was a big accomplishment for you to get back out there. And
Yeah.
we even went to the chiropractor and saw what kind of some of the stuff that they were doing with
Yeah.
you to get
Yeah.
you back and into good form. So, of course, Hat-Tricks fans pumped to have you back on the ice, although you did look pretty good in the suit behind the bench, which is kind of where we will transition.
Yep.
You're playing out there, top pair defenseman, but you're also now a co-head coach.
Yep.
We spoke with Johnny. He mentioned the transition. What have your overall thoughts been on kind of taking over the head coaching role?
Yeah, no, it's definitely been a ride, and it's definitely been a learning experience I've always dreamt of. Being a head coach or co-head coach of a hockey team at a level like this with the players that we have in that room, it's something I will never take for granted and never forget. To be able to kind of help steer the ship that Billy's created here, along with Johnny and everyone that started here, and Voidy as well. To continue to help steer that ship. Hopefully, to get fitted with rings again, under the Hat-Tricks logo is a gift I appreciate every day. It's an experience I embrace every day, and I embrace the challenges every day. So it's all been a gift for sure.
Most of the players have mentioned that there's not much of a difference interacting with you and Johnny. Do you find any difference in the relationship with the players, or it's similar to last year?
Yeah, no, I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but that was one thing Johnny and I really talked about going into the season. Obviously taking on a role like that, we have gone from teammates from just teammates to now head coaches as well. But Johnny and I definitely don't let it change who we are in the room. How we kind of interact with our players. Yeah, maybe certain things that we say or joke about before we have these titles. Maybe we don't joke about anymore. But as far as talking to our teammates and everything like that, everyone's on the same level. Johnny and I never talk to anyone that's in a demeaning way or we have more power over you. And I think that was one of the big things we wanted to make clear right away. It's like, yeah, we're your coaches, but we're still all peers and we're all still teammates here and brothers at the same time. So it's worked out great so far. Credit to the guys in the room. They're really soaking it all in. Yeah.
In terms of responsibility and you setting your weekly schedule,
Yep.
How different is that being a coach as to just being a player?
Yeah, no, it's definitely a little different, with the extra responsibilities, getting here a little bit earlier than everyone else in the mornings and cutting film for the day or even the night before. And I always watch the games after the games anyways on the weekend, but instead of just watching the games and my own mistakes, now it's watching the whole game and taking notes of everything that happens in the game. So it's a few extra hours behind the computer on top of, my little side job I have with the Hilton here locally. It's definitely very busy weeks. credit to my wife. She helps me, continue to do what I love to do every single day, whether if it's coaching to private lessons to working at the Hilton. It wouldn't be possible without the support of Megan for sure.
Yeah, and shout out to Megan and Taylor who run the Hat-Tricks Booster Club. You can join as a member there, and all the proceeds go directly to these guys, whatever they need, food, drinks for the bus, on road trips, equipment, whenever the team can't cover it. So definitely, if you are a fan of this Hat-Tricks team and you love this group, join there and give some support to the Hat-Tricks team. You mentioned watching the film. When I was on the bus, I'd always see Matt Voidy looking over the last game, already cutting and dissecting what had happened from just a couple of hours before. Do you find yourself in that position now right away after games? Do you give it some time to breathe? What's your process with watching film, and more so cutting it for other guys?
Yeah, no, it's a right away thing for me personally. I'm still in the mindset of the game. Everything's still fresh. You still tend to remember things, when it happens right away versus, maybe the next day. So Voidy does a great job doing that, and it's not even just me that gets after it right away. I've seen players on the bus pulling up the YouTube and watching film right away. Xavier Abdella, he does that every single game, and we do it together sometimes on the bus. And so, this group in there, I'm telling you, they want to learn. They want to be here. When practice starts at 10, they're on the ice at 9:40 without even telling them, get on the ice early. So everyone's here for the right reasons. But for me personally, kind of a nerd about the game, so I definitely like to watch the games right away and take notes right away. Yeah.
The first road trip comes up this Saturday in Hudson Valley. Not much of a road trip, one of the shorter trips that the Hat-Tricks will take all year, and they play the Venom, a brand new franchise here in the FPHL, on Saturday for the first time in what's being called the Battle of I-84. But before that, the Commissioner's Cup champions, the Binghamton Black Bears, come to town. The rivalry is hot. It was pretty crazy last year. Took a little bit of time for the team as a whole to get over that win hump against the Black Bears. So the first 7 games had 1 win. And then after that, a bunch of comeback victories. What are you expecting this weekend, a Black Bears team that's won 3 of their first 4 games?
Credit to Binghamton and Sherwood over there and the coaching staff. He's built a really good team. He had a really good team last year, and I believe they have a lot of returners again this year. To get over that hump, we've already talked to the team about the mindset going into the weekend. A lot more guys than not understand the intensity of this rivalry, and I think they had a little bit of a mental game over us last year. It's like, we're playing Binghamton again, expecting a hard game, expecting nothing easy, and that's a mindset that we've instilled immediately from day one. So it should be nothing new to the guys going into the weekend. We expect intensity every day. We expect hard practices every day. We expect battling every day. So from the days and the weeks of practice leading up into the weekend, the mindset doesn't change. So we're expecting a hard game. We're expecting nothing less but a good game from Binghamton, and we're definitely ready.
From the fans, do you feel a difference when Binghamton comes to town? We mentioned the rivalry, probably the biggest rival that you guys have in the Empire Division. Seems like the fans gear up and get ready for these specific games. You played 18 times last year. A bunch of them were at home. Do you feel a difference from the fans? Are they more riled up for a game against Bingo?
Yeah, they're our fans are great, regardless of what team we're playing. We appreciate all you guys, but we definitely feel a little extra buzz in the building. Whether if it's coming from the social media team down to the staff into the locker room, and then on game days when we have people making signs for different players on Binghamton. They know players on Binghamton. You definitely feel the buzz. You definitely feel the intensity, and it definitely amplifies because for the last few years, besides last year, we've been the last few teams standing in the Empire, and it's either us or them that goes to the Commissioner Cup. And so the rivalry's built and been instilled here, and it's definitely one we circle on the calendar for sure.
We'll shift to the
Time Sports Complex. Hat-Tricks and Venom, first ever matchup between the two teams, and after 1 period of play, the game is tied at 1. Back here in Newburgh, New York, Doug Latuca with you. Thanks so much for joining us as we are nearly ready to go on period number 2. Hat-Tricks got off to a rough start. 23 seconds in, the Venom with the game's opening goal. Belov from Swartzen and Gaeta. That was the first shot Andrew LaRusso had seen in his professional career, over his right shoulder and in. But he responded, and so did the hat-tricks. LaRusso then stopping 8 of the next 9 shots. Hat-tricks with the equalizing goal at 9-10. Woolley on a centering feed from Henning. Second period is underway. Teams flip sides. Hat-tricks now moving from left to right. This the start of 3 straight road games for Danbury. 2 in Binghamton next weekend. As for Hudson Valley, they are at home. This now 2 of the next 9. Pass in front for Anderson off the glove. Net comes off the moorings. This the second of 9 straight home games for the Venom. Hat-tricks right away, applying pressure on Moriarty. .26 seconds into the second period. Face off at the near circle. A tie up behind the net. Spits out for Anderson. Shooting wide. Rims around Dusek. Keeps at the far point. All the way through for Gamzatov. Touched for Zinchenko. Angled for Gamzatov. Looking for an option. Slips it for Zinchenko. Knocked away by Asp. One hand swing at it. Taken by Zinchenko. To the left point. Dusek. Back for Zinchenko. Hat-trick starting the cycle. And they turn the puck over. Danila Belov, the Venom goal scorer. Streaks up the right side. Veers inside. Belov shoots wide. LaRusso might have got a piece. Pass through Belov. Dusek tangled up with the official. Lost the puck. Puck is on the back of the net. Hat-trick slip it to the far side. Zinchenko. And Danbury through the neutral zone. Kamalayan trying to join the play. Instead, it's Mark Pozar for his D partner, Craig. Right through center, looking for a streaking Belov. Pass was too far for him. Couldn't corral. Out to center, and now whacked back in. Hat-tricks reset. Now 2 minutes gone, middle period. Score tied at 1. Both goals scored in that first period. Harwell shot fought up. Linnell a rebound. And Moriarty has it clamped against the chest protector. It was all Venom in the first 5 minutes or so. Hat-tricks owned the middle stretch, thanks in large part to 2 power plays. But the Venom with 2 or 3 in-tight opportunities on LaRusso towards the end of that first period. But Andrew, in his pro debut, keeping the game level at 1. Face off at the far circle. It trickles towards the goal. Moriarty steered it aside. Eric Linnell back in the lineup for the hat-trick, shielding the puck. Woolley dangles out of trouble. Markle working on him. Filtered down low. Gonzalez to the near point. Harwell up the wall. Harwell wrister blocked. Pozar pinballs it out to center, and LaBelle slings it back in. First one there is Harwell. Shovels it to the near side. Linnell centers off the stick of Newburgh, who is back in the slot. And the Venom clear it all the way down. Not enough for icing as it wobbled towards the goal line. 2.5 off the clock, second period. Still tied at 1. First ever meeting, Venom and hat-tricks. Cunningham into the O-zone. Puck swept off his stick by Markle. They tie up behind the net. Gaeta swerving through traffic. Odd man rush. Up the left wing. And a big hit laid on. The rebound stopped. Batted around. It spits out to the near side. Delayed penalty. Markle's wrister flutters wide. Finally the whistle. And an opportunity on the power play again for the Venom. Their second of the night. And an outside-inside move from Blake Swartzen had LaRusso sprawling. making a couple of saves and keeping this game even at 1. Dustin Henning to the penalty box. Now both teams have been given 2 power play chances. A shot deflected into the netting. Norica uncorked one, hit off a couple bodies and into the netting. Henning is in the penalty box for hooking at 3:04. And the Venom chatting just 6 seconds off the power play clock following the stoppage. Left circle face off. Newburgh and Harwell. Harwell wins it. Tamburo tries the far wall, and with some help, it's cleared. Norica plays one of the points on this power play. Newburgh into the zone, cross ice pass, Sawertson. Centers, Gaeta, pass down low, and LaRusso got his stick on it. Newburgh was camped out right in front of the crease, almost tapped in the power play goal. Norica wheels it around the kick plate. Dusek clears out to center. Got to watch out for Bozinchenko, second on the team last year with 4 shorthanded goals. Hat-tricks with a shorty last night, Corey Anderson. Harwell steals the puck, runs into the linesman. Hat-trick's bench not too happy about it. Venom with 50 seconds to work with on the power play. Dancing through center, it's Craig. Steps inside the line. Filters it down low to the far side. It's Parker. Back for Parker along the far wall. One-timer from Marco. Waffled aside by LaRusso. And it's kissed off the glass and out of the zone. Final 25 of the power play. Parker will start from right to left. Backhand Sauce. Finds Charlton. Gave it away. Short-handed break. Ruiz shoots. Scores! Fake the backhand. Went forehand. Johnny Ruiz with his first goal of the season. And it gives the Hat-tricks a 2-1 lead. Danbury short-handed leader last year with 5. He's got his first shorty of the 24-25 season, his first goal of the season in his 4th game. And the weight off the shoulders of Ruiz, who is finally in the goal category, led the league in shorthanded goals last year. And he gives Danbury its first lead of the night. It was only a matter of time before Ruiz was going to put his stamp on one of these games. Left the season opener with a lower body injury, did not return to that game. Toughed out game number 2, the win against Motor City. Played last night in the overtime defeat to Binghamton. And tonight, picked off an errant pass at center, stormed in shorthanded, and beat Moriarty over the glove. Do the Venom have a response? Norica shoots, it pops in the air, swatted down, and the referee calling for a high stick. Played a little more than 5 minutes in this second period. And the Hat-tricks with the first lead of the night. And we've hit a media timeout. First one of the period. Johnny Ruiz's first goal of the season has the Hat-tricks in front 2-1.
Need custom signs or graphics? Vision Designs brings your vision to life with quality printing and design services. Call Vision Designs today for all your custom printing needs. Need a plumber you can trust? Hope Plumbing offers fast, reliable service for all your plumbing needs. From repairs to installations, we've got you covered. Hope Plumbing, where your home is our priority. Hungry for a steak? Come to Texas Roadhouse for hand-cut steaks, fall-off-the-bone ribs, and more. Visit Texas Roadhouse today, where great food and great times come together. Drive in style with Todd Maserati, offering the latest Maserati models and top-quality service. Visit Todd Maserati today for the luxury car experience you've been waiting for. Raise a glass at Reverie Brewing Company, locally brewed craft beer in a variety of styles. Visit our tap room today and sip on something special. Reverie Brewing, where beer meets imagination. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena.
We welcome you back inside Ice Time Sports Complex in Newburgh. The inaugural matchup, Hat-Tricks and Venom, and Danbury with the most recent 2 goals. Woolley, back in the first at 9-10, tied the game, and Ruiz, unassisted and shorthanded at 4:52 of this period, has the Hat-Tricks on top. Shots are 20-10 Hat-Tricks. There is a delay. Waiting for the red light to go off. We are good to drop the puck. And off the defensive zone face-off, the Hat-Tricks attempt to gain the line. Instead, it's turned aside Norica. Right wing, through the legs, dances around LaBelle, shoots! Shoulder save LaRusso. What a beautiful move by Norica. And just could not finish. Walked around the 6'6" Josh LaBelle. And LaRusso, the last line of defense for the Hat-Tricks, came up big. Venom still in the zone. Turnaround shot from Gaeta, trickles wide. Gonzalez, D LaBelle. Angles it off the glass. Posar whacks it back towards the Hat-Trick zone, and offside is the call. With 6 minutes erased, second period, 2-1 Hat-Tricks on Johnny Ruiz's first goal of the season. It came short-handed. Ruiz came into tonight with 2 assists through the first 3 games. No goals. Mentioned he was dealing with a bit of an injury, was toughing it out. And a fake to the backhand, wrister on the forehand. Short-handed has the Hat-Tricks in the lead. De Blasio, odd man rush. Back pass, wrister waffled away by LaRusso. And into the protective netting for the whistle. Both teams make changes. Top trio on for Danbury: Ruiz, Cunningham, and Ratcliffe. That's Pamelayan on defense, with Dusek. It is Dusek off the boards. Ruiz colliding with Erickson. To the back. Swept along near side. Belov has the Venom goal. Just 23 seconds into the game. Hat-Tricks have recovered and responded with 2 of their own. 1 in the first and 1 here in the second. Puck is pinned along the boards. Pass slid inside, detected. Cunningham into the zone. Near side, Pamelayan. Sidesteps a check. Looked for the drop-off. Belov read it, and he drew a penalty. Belov would have been off to the races up the left wing, if not for the hook. And it's the second penalty on Pamelayan. They're calling it a hold on number 55 in white. So the Venom, third power play chance of the game.
2 minutes. Slashing, 2 minutes.
The Venom, 3 for 18 so far on the power play this season. They are 0 for 2 tonight. It was slashing on Pamelayan. Off the face-off, Henning attempted a clear. He crashed into the end boards. Gets back to his skates slowly. Did the job, though, as he cleared. And the pass back for the 40-year-old defenseman. Had the Danbury's first fight of the season last night. A decisive win over Jamie Bussell. And it was pretty important in the last 5 or so minutes of that third period. Both players were off the ice. Hat-tricks were shorthanded already, defenseman with the Abdella injury. But Bussell had scored the goal for Binghamton in the first period and was on the top line, very skilled forward. So it helped the Hat-tricks in the end. Gaeta wrister, chested down. LaRusso's got the rebound in the crease. 1:16 remaining. Pamelayan slashing penalty. Hat-tricks fans have been pretty loud here in Newburgh. Mentioned the trip is practically nothing, not even an hour. And it's one road, I-84. Norika playing catch. A shot from the left circle was engulfed by LaRusso, and he gobbled up the rebound. A hard one-time rip from the left boards. And the second unit comes on for Hudson Valley. The Hat-tricks have Ruiz, Gonzalez, Dusek, and Ratcliffe on the ice to kill the remaining minute of this Venom power play. Out of the net, it's Moriarty. He'll drop off Markle. Nearly gave it away to Ruiz. Filters it to number 16, Belov. Far side into the zone. The drop off from Juricsit. Hat-tricks shorthanded. Ratcliffe hands off for Dusek, who joins the play. Final 35 of the Venom power play. Through center, Charlton speeds up the right wing, rims it all the way around Markle, centers, LaRusso covered. The puck did squirt free, but the whistle blew to stop play. 11:16 the reading on the clock, 2-1 Hat-tricks. Ruiz with the lone goal of the period, shorthanded. And the Hat-tricks back on the kill with Pamelayan in the box. 19 ticks on his slashing call. Venom won the face-off, but it wobbles back into the Hudson Valley zone. Zinchenko applying pressure on Pozar, took the puck away. Triple teamed along the far boards. And he glues it to that kick plate in the corner, and that's it for the power play. It spits free to Parker. Venom now 0 for 3 tonight on the man advantage. Zinchenko gloves it down, gets the line, and then gets dumped near the blue line, and that's a penalty. Well, you know MJ Markle is going to bring the physicality. He's done it his entire career, a celebrity contract player tonight. Due to all the suspensions that the Venom are dealing with, Markle is a coach for this Hudson Valley team, but many will remember him playing for the River Sharks last year. Big body D-man, very physical, and that time a little bit too aggressive, cross-checks Zinchenko, and as a result, Danbury gets its third opportunity on the power play. Hat-tricks lost last night 3-2. One of their goals came on the power play. The other was shorthanded tonight. They have an even strength and shorthanded goal. Looking for a power play strike to make it a 2-goal lead. Top unit on. Ratcliffe walks in, shoots, blocked. Deflects to the far boards, and Parker bangs it out to center. Approaching the midway point of regulation. Hat-tricks 2, Venom 1. Ruiz far side, cross slot Cunningham, drag, shoots, kick save. Back out for LaBelle, his wrister off a stick. Ruiz gets there first. Cunningham collects, Right point, LaBelle switches spots with Ratcliffe. Now the handoff for Ratcliffe, for Cunningham, in front. Ratcliffe with a chance at it, knocked off his stick at the last minute by Jurosek. Ruiz with a one-timer, chested down, and Parker chops it all the way down the ice. LaRusso out of the net. Hat-tricks reset with a minute on the power play. Cunningham, backhander, floated it into the netting. And the whistle with 53 seconds on the Markle penalty.
This is our second 90-second
And a fortunate media timeout for the Venom. Hat-tricks 2, Venom 1 will step aside on the Hat-tricks digital network.
Stay warm this winter with Mitchell Oil. Reliable heating oil delivery and expert service to keep your home comfortable. Call Mitchell Oil today for quality service you can trust. Treat yourself at Peach Wave of Bethel. Fresh frozen yogurt with endless topping combinations. Visit today and create your perfect dessert. Peach Wave, where the possibilities are sweet. Building something special? Kellogg Hardwood Lumber has the finest kiln-dried hardwood lumber for all your projects. From flooring to furniture, we have what you need. Visit Kellogg Hardwood Lumber today. From sports injuries to joint pain, Ortho Connecticut has you covered. Expert orthopedic care for every body. Call today to schedule your consultation. Ortho Connecticut, where movement matters. Looking for reliable waste management solutions? Oak Ridge provides efficient, eco-friendly waste and recycling services for businesses and homes. Call Oak Ridge today and simplify your waste disposal. Looking for the perfect place to work on your golf game? Head to Golf Ranch in Brookfield. With a covered driving range, lessons for all skill levels, and a fun 18-hole mini golf course, there's something for everyone. Get ready to tee off at Golf Ranch in Brookfield.
Still 53 seconds remain on Danbury's third power play of the night. Hat-tricks with a 1-goal advantage over the Venom in the first of 12 meetings between the two teams. Pamelayan slap shot, wobbles wide. Pozar clanks it off the glass, hopped the stick of Pamelayan, and Sawertson ahead for Parker. Sawertson at the right circle. Nearly got around the check of Pamelayan. He went down anyway, swatted at towards the goal. LaRusso keeps it out of the net. A hit laid on, but the Hat-tricks gain the line. Final 25 of the power play. Anderson, cross ice. Woolley twirls out of trouble. Woolley down low. Gamzatov for Zinchenko. Score! Bar down for Bo Zinchenko. Goal number 1 of the season for Bo, and it extends the Hat-tricks lead to 2. A one-time snapper off the stick of Zinchenko. Iron down over the line. And a 3-1 Hat-tricks lead. Zinchenko had just 1 power play goal last year. He's got 1 in game 4 of this season. Zinchenko with the goal, Woolley and Gamzatov with the assists. For Gamzatov, it's his 5th point. Hat-tricks back in on the offense. Net came off as Harwell centered, looking for Shatavert. And another stoppage. The right side net has been a little bit leaky so far tonight. Both LaRusso and Moriarty have kicked it off a couple of times. Off the face-off, Danbury keeps towards the net into the glove of Moriarty. And another face-off in the Hat-tricks offensive zone. It's this makeshift third line with Harwell centering Linnell and Shatavert. Once again, Moriarty gets the stoppage, and we'll do another face-off at that far circle. It was Zinchenko with an insurance goal in the power play at 11:02. Makes it 3-1 Danbury. Woolley and Gamzatov with the tic-tac-toe passing below the goal line. Fed it in front for Zinchenko with the one-timer and the finish. Norica rips one wide. Picked up on the near side boards. Linnell angles for LaBelle. Wobbling puck, settled Harwell. Wrister save, rebound, went through Shatavert. And Erickson clanks it off the boards. Swatted back into the Venom zone. And they'll reset with Markle. Venom tonight with just 14 skaters due to some suspensions. Norica dancing through traffic. Henning reverses. Gonzalez closing de Blasio off the puck. And Danbury through center with Ratcliffe. Weaving into the zone. Henning sidesteps the check. Takes a tumble, gets back to his feet. Puts a check on Asp. Pozar. Stretch pass onto the stick of Norica. Stapled to the glass by Tamburo. Both Tamburo and LaBelle look similar, although LaBelle 6'6". Here's Ruiz, right wing. Wrister, pad save Moriarty. Parker the other way from right to left. Behind the back for Pozar. And the play offside. Nifty feed from Parker, but it dragged the rest of his line mates offside. Under 7 to play, second period. And the Hat-Tricks, with the last 3 goals, hold a 2-goal lead. Off the face-off, a free puck near side. Pamelayan and Parker collide. Coming away with it is Corey Anderson. He chips and chases. Zinchenko went for the man Asp, who let it through for Pozar. Chopped up the boards by Sawertson. Asp up the left wing, gets the red line, floats it far side, out of play. So another face-off and a Let's Go Hat-Tricks chant from the fans who made the trip here to Newburgh. I was joking before the game that my commute last year to work was longer than the trip from the Danbury Ice Arena to Ice Time Sports Complex. That is true. And a new rivalry in the Empire Division should be fun for years to come. Anderson in tight. Flicked one wide on the backhand. Again, the Hat-Tricks surrounding Moriarty, getting pucks towards the cage. And it has been beneficial after a sluggish start. They have ramped it up. Woolley was taken out of the play by Markle, who continues to throw the body around. It was Gamzatov 77 near the Hat-Tricks bench. Bouncing puck in the high slot. Point shot. Nearly got through. Parker scoops it up left wing wall. Fought for behind the net. LaBelle gave it away near the blue line. A drop pass. Parker backhander high into the netting. And another stoppage. Venom picking up their first win last night, 4-3 over the Prowlers. A late third period goal got the job done. This the second of 9 consecutive home games for Hudson Valley. Hat-Trick starting a 3-game road trip tonight. 2 games in Binghamton next weekend. Danbury trying to keep its point streak alive, although they lost last night to the Black Bears. It was an overtime loss. Hat-Tricks with 4 points in the last 2 games after losing the season and home opener on the 18th. Physicality starting to ramp up between these two teams. Eric Linnell right wing, the righty centers, looking for Woolley, and it was knocked away at the last minute by Belov, who finishes off Woolley. Gaeta uncorks one, ramped off a stick into the protective netting, and we are at the final media timeout of the second period. Hat-tricks 3, Venom 1. 3 unanswered goals for Danbury, 1 in the first, 2 here in the second. More hockey after this on the Hat-tricks Digital Network.
Hat-tricks fans, are you hungry? Caroluzzi's Markets has the best sub shop and the best selection of chef-prepared meals for easy dinners. Caroluzzi's is your one-stop supermarket for all your grocery needs and so much more. Craving something sweet? Crumble Cookies in Danbury has the freshest, warmest cookies around. With new flavors every week, there's always a reason to treat yourself. Visit Crumble today. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena. Hey Hat-tricks fans, for a comfortable stay with great amenities, the only choice is the La Quinta by Wyndham in Danbury. Ask for the Hat-tricks friends and family rate. You can't beat it. La Quinta. Get back to feeling your best with Hat City Physical Therapy. Personalized care for every body and every injury. Call today to start your recovery. Hat City Physical Therapy. Your health is our focus. Fairfield County Bank is the official bank of the Danbury Hat-tricks. It's where the Hat-tricks bank and the tellers wear the Danbury Hat-tricks top hat. Fairfield County Bank is the hometown bank of the Danbury Hat-tricks and are proud to support their hometown team.
Doug Latuca back with you on the Hat-tricks Digital Network. Here in Hudson Valley, Hat-tricks 3, Venom 1, 4:47 to play in this second period. And a D-zone draw. Hat-tricks come away with it. Pass right up the gut, tipped towards Markle in his own zone, and he'll swat it back for LaBelle. Ratcliffe collects off the boards, into the zone untouched. Ratcliffe closed off by Markle. Erickson lifts his stick and starts the rush up the left wall. Erickson looking for de Blasio. Glued to the glass by Gonzalez. Puck to the point. Markle, a slapper, deflected off Ratcliffe and out of play. Markle not afraid to shoot the puck, and it's a big wind and clap. Most have missed the net, a couple have been deflected. And when LaRusso has been tested, other than Belov's shot, the first shot of the game 23 seconds in, LaRusso has been steady in the Danbury net in his professional debut. 14 saves. Gamzatov's stick shatters. Markle presses him up against the glass. 2 white jerseys, 2 red. Zinchenko pries it free. To the back, Gonzalez. Slapper deflected. Saved by Moriarty. He looked behind him. He had it in his equipment. And Anderson, searching for space in front, ended in a bit of a pushing match that disperses. And now a D-zone draw for the Venom following the Moriarty save. Fresh players for Hudson Valley. Hat-tricks with Anderson, Gamzatov, and Zinchenko. New twig for Gamzatov. Hamalayan on defense with Dusek. Gonzalez comes off. There is a shot from Hamalayan. Whistles wide. Outlet intercepted by ZP. And back into the offensive zone come the Hat-tricks. Gamzatov closed down. Cross ice feed, hop the stick of Charlton. Behind the Venom net, centered in front dangerously. Anderson to Zinchenko, shot deflected wide. Picked up in the corner, Anderson. Handed off Zinchenko, back for Anderson, all the way to the point for Pamelayan. Drags, shoots! Glove save Moriarty. And another cover. Hat-tricks are starting to get a lot more comfortable. This more reminiscent of Danbury's style of play. And they have been cycling and, quite frankly, dominating in the offensive zone. Moriarty keeping the Venom in this game. Hat-tricks approaching 30 shots. Mentioned 44 or more through the first 3 for Danbury. Off the face-off, Woolley's wrists are blocked. Shadowvert collects, attempted a center, went off the back of the net. Pozar flubbed the clear. It got over the stick of Shadowvert. Parker will get it out, and Pamelaine took a cross-check from Parker. Wasn't even looking at him, and Parker with a vicious cross-check to the back of Pamelaine. We'll see what the referees do here, because Pamelaine tried to keep the puck in. Parker had cleared it, and then Parker lost his mind. Took a whack at Pamelaine, and then a cross-check to the 5-5 on the back of Pamelaine's jersey, and they're going to call Pamelaine for a penalty as well. Zach can't believe it. I mean, they'll see the replay after the game. That might warrant a suspension. I mean, the Venom have been dealing with a slew of suspensions already through their first 3 games.
Patrick's number 55, 2 minutes unsportsmanlike conduct.
They give Pamelaine 2 for unsportsmanlike conduct and Parker 2 for cross-checking. They'll look back at the tape and determine what they'd like, but Pamelaine wasn't even looking at Parker, and it was an open ice cross-check straight to the back. But things are evened at 4 aside. Off the face-off, Ruiz took the puck from a falling Jurasek. Ruiz already with a goal tonight. In his skates, Ruiz dangling in the far corner. To the left point, LaBelle, wrist shot, deflected, goal! Ratcliffe tipped it in the slot, 4-1 hat-tricks. Four-on-four hockey results in Danbury's 4th goal of the night. Ratcliffe with a tip on the LaBelle shot. And Danbury balloons the lead to 3 on Ratcliffe's 1st goal of the season. His team-high 6th point. Once again off the face-off, Ruiz pushes it forward. This time Pozar lifts his stick, takes the puck. Marco reversing far side, tipped off the boards by Belov. Hat-tricks with 4 unanswered goals.
Hat-trick goal was by number 3, assisted by number 7 and 19.
1 in the first,
17.
3 here in the second. Left wing, wrist shot, gloved by LaRusso. Swartzen trying to cut the deficit to 2, and LaRusso at the top of the crease makes the save.
That goal was assisted by 9 and 19.
LaBelle and Ruiz with the assists on Ratcliffe's 1st of the year. So 2 points for Ruiz tonight. His total now up to 4. And LaBelle with his 3rd assist of the season. Linnell chips and charges. Out of the net, Moriarty. Plays it near boards. A collision. Centering. Dusek shoots. Bar down. Henning puts it in anyway. It's a goal for Chris Dusek. His 1st in the pros. 5-1 hat-tricks. They give Dusek the goal. Henning put it over the line after the fact anyway. Either way, that 3rd D pair for the hat-tricks. Get the 5th hat-tricks goal. Now we'll just determine who actually scored the goal
The Venom are challenging the last goal.
The Venom are challenging. Now, they called it a goal. It rang off the post, but then Henning shot the puck into the net after the fact. So I'm not exactly sure what the Venom are challenging, but they're definitely challenging the Dusek shot. But the puck after that was put in by Henning. Now, did the whistle blow? That's the question. That's the only way that this goal would be disallowed, is if they blew the whistle, but that wouldn't make much sense because you don't blow a whistle when the puck hits the crossbar. So we await the ruling. It's either Danbury's 5th goal of the night or the score reverts back to 4-1. Venom, of course, playing shorthanded tonight, dealing with the suspensions. This was going to be an uphill climb for Hudson Valley. Hat-trick's practically at full strength, excluding Xavier Abdella from that statement. No DeLong or Frolov in the lineup for the Hat-tricks tonight, and of course Connor McCullum, not the starting netminder. It's Andrew LaRusso, who has been spectacular so far, 15 for 16. So the goal under review. Now, the Venom might win the challenge in that it's not Dusek's goal, but if you go back on the YouTube stream to when the puck went in the net, didn't sound like a whistle or anything, and there shouldn't have been a whistle, quite frankly. The puck's either in the net on the Dusek shot, or Henning tucked it home about a second later. So right now, it's Dusek's first professional goal in his 5th pro game. 2nd point of the year. Four-year player at Chatham University, that's D3 college. Played 1 game with the Hat-tricks in March last year. Recorded an assist. Brought back here in 24-25. And is a review away from his first goal with the Hat-tricks. All 4 striped shirts hovering around. Both referees have the tablet. Replay, mandatory now in the FPHL this season.
The call on the ice stands. It's a hat-trick.
So the goal stands Dusek's first in the pros,
By number 10,
and it's
Dusek,
5-1
7 and 49, and
Hat-tricks
806.
with under 2 to go in this second period.
A 2-minute delay of game penalty.
And the Venom assessed a 2-minute delay of game for the failed challenge. Things starting to get away from Hudson Valley. And for the safety of the Hat-tricks players, you just hope
Correction on the goal. Assisted by number
that
13, 15.
things stay clean the rest of the way.
2-minute goal is being served by number 15.
Venom,
2 minutes.
the Venom, a young team, have a couple of veterans sprinkled in here and there, but they are physical. You've seen it throughout the night. Hat-tricks don't need any unnecessary injuries with a 4-goal lead. They are on a 4-on-3 power play. Ratcliffe gains the line. Hamalayan and Parker are in the box for those incidental penalties. Ratcliffe for Ruiz. Straight away Ratcliffe. Back for Ruiz. Fakes the one-timer. Shoots a wrister. Stop Moriarty. Spits far side. Harwell and Asp tied up. Harwell went down. LaBelle swoops in behind the net. 1:15 in the period. Ratcliffe for LaBelle. Shoots! Tipped! Moriarty's got it. Hattricks with plenty of options on the power play. You can go for the Ruiz one-timer, a LaBelle wrister. Ratcliffe can pick a corner whenever he wants. Still 11 seconds on the 4-on-4, rather the 4-on-3. Then it turns to a 5-on-4. Gamzatov and Eriksson for the face-off. Near circle. Zinchenko to the back for Gonzalez. A minute to go in the period. Handoff, Anderson, wrist shot blocked. Gonzalez corrals far corner. Plenty of space on the ice. Now it's a 5-on-4. Anderson shoots wide. Parker fresh out of the box, as is Pamelayan. He creeps in, drags, shoots, and a glove stop from Moriarty. Snagging, showing off the leather. Moriarty robbing Pamelayan, who had a crease and slung a wrister destined for the top right corner. Instead, it remains 5-1. 50 ticks on the Hattricks power play. Under 40 to go in the period. Pamelayan winds, pass, Zinchenko stopped again, Moriarty. 3 white jerseys in front. Zinchenko looking for his second of the night. And Moriarty doing his best to keep the Venom in this game. 34 hat-trick shots. Tie up off the face-off. Anderson pries it free with 30 on the period. Gonzalez cross slot Zinchenko. Back for Gonzalez. Pamelayan shoots off the chest of Moriarty. Quick puck movement and a save from the Venom netminder. Gonzalez with 20. Pamelayan. Wrister. Blocker save. Up in the air. Back out for Pamelayan with 10. Zinchenko shoots. Blocked. Parker off to the races with 5. Stick lifted by Zinchenko. And that does it for period number 2. Zinchenko let one go at the end of the period. Parker with a spear on Zinchenko in the corner. Some more jawing back and forth through 40 minutes of regulation. Now Parker and Anderson after the whistle, shoving each other. Parker's been out of control tonight with the cross-check on Pamelayan, swinging his stick around like a weapon. And it's Anderson and Parker continuing to yap at each other as both teams will get off the ice for the second intermission. As the players come off, they're greeted by the cheers of the Hattricks fans, outnumbering the Venom fans tonight here in Newburgh. Five goals through 2 periods. Woolley, Ruiz, Zinchenko, Ratcliffe, and Dusek. 5 different goal scorers for the Hattricks. After falling behind 1-0 23 seconds in, Danbury has found its game and is, quite frankly, dominated. 35-16 the shots after 2. 19 shots for the Hattricks in that period. Still 20 minutes to go in the first battle of 84. Both teams are now off the ice, thankfully. As the referee stepped in. So it was Belov 23 seconds in the first period. Hattricks answered at 9:10 of the opening frame, and it's really been Danbury ever since, with a couple of Andrew LaRusso dazzling stops mixed in between. Ruiz in the second, a shorthanded goal. Started the snowball at 4:52. Then at 11:02, it's Zinchenko on the power play from Woolley and Gamzatov. So once again, the hat-trick special teams playing a big part. Another power play goal for the hat-tricks and another shorthanded goal. That's now back-to-back games for Danbury with both the power play and shorthanded goal. Then a couple of even strength tallies from Ratcliffe and Dusek at 7:21 and 18:06 respectively. Dusek, his first pro goal. Bar down again, very similar to Zinchenko's goal a little bit earlier in that period on the power play. And Ratcliffe with a deflection in front on the LaBelle point shot. That's where we stand, 5-1 after 2. Hat-tricks trying to get out of here with a win and extend their point streak to 3 games. Currently sitting in 3rd place in the Empire with 4 points, 1 win, and the 1 overtime loss from last night. All right, second intermission here in Newburgh. We'll take a break. You're watching Danbury Hat-Tricks Hockey on the Hat-Tricks Digital Network.
Charter Oak Brewing Company is a Connecticut-based craft beers brewery featuring handcrafted and innovative beers such as pale ales, lagers, India pale ales, brown ales, sours, and several seasoned, more robust beers. Pick one up at the Rabbit Hole here at the Danbury Ice Arena. Live pain-free with Danbury Chiropractic and Wellness. From adjustments to holistic treatments, we're here to help you feel your best. Book your appointment today. Wellness is just a call away. Raise a glass to locally crafted spirits at Litchfield Distillery. Handcrafted small batch whiskey, gin, and more. Visit our distillery today and taste the difference. Litchfield Distillery, batch by batch. Keep your business safe with R&R Protective Services. Expert security solutions tailored to your needs. Call us today for reliable protection you can trust. R&R Protective Services, your safety, our priority. Nothing beats an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Refresh your day with the classic taste everyone loves. Coca-Cola Northeast, bringing smiles and refreshment to your community. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena. Need tickets for your next event? Tixer makes it simple to buy, sell, and manage tickets. Get your Hat-Tricks tickets today at Tixer.com because every event starts with the right ticket. Need tools for your next project? Decker Tool Rental H.O. Penn has everything you need for DIY or professional jobs. Quality tools, expert advice. Rent with confidence at Decker Tool Rental. Cool off with a treat from Twister's Ice Cream Cafe. Delicious ice cream in every flavor imaginable. Stop by Twister's today and treat yourself to something sweet. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena. Craving wings and good times? Head to TK's American Cafe. With the best wings in town and a fun atmosphere, it's the perfect place to hang out. Visit TK's American Cafe and try the Hat-Tricks wings today. Your car deserves the best. Crossroads Car Wash keeps your vehicle looking fresh and clean. Fast, affordable, and eco-friendly. Stop by today. Crossroads Car Wash, where a clean car is a happy car. Transform your yard with Yard Goats Landscaping. From lawn care to custom designs, we bring your outdoor vision to life. Call Yard Goats today and make your yard the envy of the neighborhood. Looking for a brighter smile? Stony Hill Dental Care offers expert dental services for the whole family. Schedule your appointment today. Stony Hill Dental Care, where your smile comes first. Get the best cuts of meat with Omaha Beef Company. Fresh, premium beef delivered right to your door. Taste the difference with Omaha Beef, where quality is always on the menu. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena. Need reliable stormwater solutions? Coltech Inc. provides innovative water management systems for residential and commercial properties. Coltech, solutions you can count on, quality you can trust. Need custom signs or graphics? Vision Designs brings your vision to life with quality printing and design services. Call Vision Designs today for all your custom printing needs. Need a plumber you can trust? Hope Plumbing offers fast, reliable service for all your plumbing needs. From repairs to installations, we've got you covered. Hope Plumbing, where your home is our priority. Hungry for a steak? Come to Texas Roadhouse for hand-cut steaks, fall-off-the-bone ribs, and more. Visit Texas Roadhouse today, where great food and great times come together. Drive in style with Todd Maserati, offering the latest Maserati models and top-quality service. Visit Todd Maserati today for the luxury car experience you've been waiting for. Raise a glass at Reverie Brewing Company, locally brewed craft beer in a variety of styles. Visit our tap room today and sip on something special. Reverie Brewing, where beer meets imagination. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena. Stay warm this winter with Mitchell Oil, reliable heating oil delivery and expert service to keep your home comfortable. Call Mitchell Oil today for quality service you can trust. Treat yourself at Peach Wave of Bethel. Fresh frozen yogurt with endless topping combinations. Visit today and create your perfect dessert. Peach Wave, where the possibilities are sweet. Building something special, Kellogg Hardwood Lumber has the finest kiln-dried hardwood lumber for all your projects. From flooring to furniture, we have what you need. Visit Kellogg Hardwood Lumber today. From sports injuries to joint pain, Ortho Connecticut has you covered. Expert orthopedic care for every body. Call today to schedule your consultation. Ortho Connecticut, where movement matters. Looking for reliable waste management solutions? Oak Ridge provides efficient, eco-friendly waste and recycling services for businesses and homes. Call Oak Ridge today and simplify your waste disposal. Looking for the perfect place to work on your golf game? Head to Golf Ranch in Brookfield. With a covered driving range, lessons for all skill levels, and a fun 18-hole mini golf course, there's something for everyone. Get ready to tee off at Golf Ranch in Brookfield.
Hattricks fans, are you hungry? Caroluzzi's Markets has the best sub shop and the best selection of chef-prepared meals for easy dinners. Caroluzzi's is your one-stop supermarket for all your grocery needs and so much more.
Craving something sweet? Crumble Cookies in Danbury has the freshest, warmest cookies around. With new flavors every week, there's always a reason to treat yourself. Visit Crumble today. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena.
Hey Hattricks fans, for a comfortable stay with great amenities, the only choice is the La Quinta by Wyndham in Danbury. Ask for the Hattricks Friends and Family rate. You can't beat it. La Quinta.
Get back to feeling your best with Hat City Physical Therapy. Personalized care for every body and every injury. Call today to start your recovery. Hat City Physical Therapy. Your health is our focus. Fairfield County Bank is the official bank of the Danbury Hattricks. It's where the Hattricks bank and the tellers wear the Danbury Hattricks top hat. Fairfield County Bank is the hometown bank of the Danbury Hattricks and are proud to support their hometown team. When legal matters arise, trust Chipman, Mizuko, and Emerson. Expert legal guidance for businesses and individuals. Your case matters. Let us help you with personalized professional service. Keep your car running smoothly with Dowler Garage. From maintenance to repairs, trust our experts to get the job done right. Visit Dowler Garage in New Preston today. Service you can depend on. When disaster strikes, Paul Davis is here to help. From fire and water damage to mold removal, we provide fast and reliable restoration services. Paul Davis, restoring your peace of mind. Need tickets? TicketSmarter makes it easy to find and buy tickets for concert, sports, and more. Visit TicketSmarter.com today and get the best seats in the house. Frustrated with your business's sluggish tech? Advanced Computer Technologies is here to help. From IT solutions to cybersecurity, we've got you covered. Call us today and keep your business tech on track towards the future. Craving that perfect thin crust pizza? Head to Van's Bar Style Pizza in Danbury. Enjoy delicious, crispy edge bar style pizza and have some fun in our arcade while you're here. Great food and entertainment for the whole family, only at Van's Bar Style Pizza in Danbury. Looking for your next ride? Orchard Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Hudson has you covered. With a wide selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, plus unbeatable deals, Orchard CDJR is your one-stop shop for all things automotive. Visit Orchard Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Hudson today, where great cars meet great service. Diversified Printing Solutions in Danbury is the Hattricks' official printing partner. You want it printed? Call Tina and let them get it inked up for you. DPS Printing Solutions. They can do it all. Locally owned, printed on paper from Connecticut trees. Upgrade your home with Buzz 8 Appliance, offering the latest in appliances with expert service and unbeatable prices. Visit us today or shop online. Buzz 8 Appliance, your local home solution.
We welcome you back inside the Ice Time Sports Complex.
We had some penalties at the
I'm
end of
Doug
the second
Latuca.
period.
Thanks so much for spending your Saturday night with us here on the Hat Tricks Digital Network. Now, at the end of the second period, some penalties were given out to number 88, Brett Parker, on the Venom. 10-minute inciting an opponent penalty, 4 minutes for spearing, so a total of 14 minutes assessed to Brett Parker, who cross-checked Pamelayan earlier in that penalty, in the period. So a couple of hot-headed moments for Parker might cost him a couple of games, depending on how the league rules things. It sets the Hat Tricks up on a 4-minute power play. There's carryover as well from a delay of game penalty at the end of that second period that was served by Gaeta. So the double minor for spearing on Parker will set Danbury up with a extended 5-on-4. And then Parker also gone for an additional 10, a misconduct for inciting an opponent. 4-goal game. Hat Tricks finding the back of the net 4 times in that second period. They have 5 different goal scorers. 4 forwards, Woolley, Ruiz, Zinchenko, and Ratcliffe, and the defenseman Dusek with his first professional goal. First ever meeting between these two teams. Hudson Valley in its inaugural season came in at 1-2-0. Hat Tricks at 1-1-1. Danbury with 1 more point than the Venom. And 3rd place in the Empire Division following an overtime loss to the Black Bears last night, 3-2. Venom are in the middle of back-to-backs with a shorthanded roster due to suspensions. And through 2 periods, it looks like it's starting to catch up with them. We'll see how the final 20 of regulation go. Harwell and Newburgh on the face-off. Puck is dropped in the 3rd period, is off and running. Hat Tricks in front by 4. It is a 5-on-4 power play for 4 minutes. Parker double minor for spearing. Ratcliffe climbs the wall to the top. LaBelle. Ratcliffe across. Ruiz, one-timer blocked. And the clear attempt kept in at the left point by LaBelle. He'll walk the line. Sauce across for Ratcliffe. Rolling puck. Slips it for Cunningham. Return Ratcliffe. Cunningham searching for LaBelle or Harwell. Both camped out towards the middle of the ice, and the puck was tipped all the way down. And LaBelle will reset. LaBelle, the lone defenseman on this top unit. Cross ice feed, tape to tape, Ratcliffe. Back to the point man, LaBelle. Return Ratcliffe. LaBelle, wrister, flutters into the net, they score! At first glance, it looked like it was tipped towards the back glass, but it's stuck in the top left corner. LaBelle with a power play goal, his first goal this season. And 1 minute and 6 seconds into the 3rd, it is 6-1 Danbury. Danbury faithful, loud, and proud here in Newburgh.
Assisted by number 3 and number 17.
LaBelle with the goal, Ratcliffe and Cunningham with the assists on the power play. Another power play goal for the Hat Tricks. This one coming 1 minute and 6 seconds into the 3rd period. Danbury's 2nd power play goal of the game, their 3rd goal on the special teams. Ruiz had a shorty in the 2nd period. 2nd unit on, still 1 minute 45 on the Brett Parker double minor for spearing. For the first penalty, Hat Tricks succeeded on the power play. Now they get another chance with practically a fresh 2 minutes. Gonzalez at the right point, dancing around. Filters it down low for Zinchenko. Cross slot. Anderson ripped it wide. Pinballs back for Woolley. Down low, Zinchenko. Gives a top backhander. Anderson tried to stuff in, and the Venom clear all the way down. A minute 10 of the Hat-Tricks power play. Anderson slow to get back to his skates. He's still in the Venom zone. Now evacuates. And Woolley gains the line with ease. Touchdown for Anderson. Collision in the corner, Posar and Anderson. Hat-Tricks still possess. Woolley over the stick of Zinchenko. Posar and Anderson battling in the corner. 40 on the power play. Zinchenko for Woolley. One-timer, Gonzalez fired it wide. And the Venom chip it off the bench. So a whistle went off of a Hudson Valley player on the bench. So the face-off back in the Hudson Valley zone. Still a lot of game left, but the Hat-Tricks in front by 5. Final game of the weekend set for the Hat-Tricks. 4th game of the season. Point shot from LaBelle, deflected, available behind the net. Coming away with it is Harwell. Ruiz for LaBelle. Back to Ruiz. Tried to slide it for Harwell. Instead, it's swatted out to center ice. Final 10 seconds of the power play. Ruiz angles for Harwell. Left wing. Back for Ruiz. Picked off and cleared the length. So the Venom kill off the second of the 2 Parker penalties for spearing. But Danbury does damage with LaBelle's first goal of the year from Ratcliffe and Ruiz. Ratcliffe once again all over the score sheet. Goal and an assist. Team high 7 points thus far. Ruiz off the schneid with a goal in the second period. 3 points on the season. He actually now has 5 with 2 assists in this game. Eric Linnell still looking for his first goal. Had 2 assists opening weekend on the 19th against Motor City. Dusek in the goal category as a pro in that second period. Norica wrister over the left pad of LaRusso and wide. Norica twisting on Woolley to the point. Wrist shot stopped by LaRusso. On it's de Blasio, centers for Norica. Worked on by Woolley. Norica strong to the net. Stopped with the stick by LaRusso. And Pamelayan clears it from danger. And once again, this right net is off the pegs. We've played 4:29 of this third period, and it is 6-1 Hat-Tricks. Danbury has rattled off 6 unanswered goals after Hudson Valley scored 23 seconds in. 1 goal in the first, 4 in the second, and 1 early here in the third. It's been all Hat-Tricks, complete domination. Here's a turnover and a one-time rip wide by Charlton. He lets it go all the way around the kick plate to the near point. Linnell sidesteps the check. Dusek with his head down. Reverses for Pamelayan at the controls for the Hat-Tricks. 5 minutes of race in the third period. Good to see Pamelayan back on the ice after taking the cross-check from Parker. Long outlet pass off the glove of Gamzatov. Slips it for Zinchenko. Wrist shot off the side of the net, but it was offside anyway.
This is our first 90-second media timeout.
And we've hit the first media timeout of the third period. Hat-Tricks extending the lead to 6-1 on LaBelle's first goal of the year. Right here on the Hat-Tricks Digital Network.
When legal matters arise, trust Chipman, Mizuko, and Emerson. Expert legal guidance for businesses and individuals. Your case matters. Let us help you with personalized professional service. Keep your car running smoothly with Dowler Garage. From maintenance to repairs, trust our experts to get the job done right. Visit Dowler Garage in New Preston today. Service you can depend on. When disaster strikes, Paul Davis is here to help. From fire and water damage to mold removal, we provide fast and reliable restoration services. Paul Davis, restoring your peace of mind. Need tickets? TicketSmarter makes it easy to find and buy tickets for concert, sports, and more. Visit TicketSmarter.com today and get the best seats in the house. Frustrated with your business's sluggish tech? Advanced Computer Technologies is here to help. From IT solutions to cybersecurity, we've got you covered. Call us today and keep your business tech on track towards the future.
Doug Latuca back at the Ice Time Sports Complex in Newburgh. Hat-tricks and Venom in a runaway game for Danbury, 6-1. And still a little less than 15 minutes to go in this third period. Hat-tricks, if the score sticks, will extend their point streak to 3 games. Hat-tricks with the overtime loss last night to Binghamton, but last Saturday took down Motor City in regulation, so it would be 7 of a possible 9 points for the Hat-tricks if the score holds over the last 3 games for Danbury. Backhand shot flutters wide, collision behind the net between Tamburo and Belov, who has the only Venom goal. Yamzatov racing, shot from Anderson was covered and held on to by Moriarty. Hat-tricks change all 5. So do the Venom. Slowly getting to the finish line. Hat-tricks got to their game. Took a little bit of time, but they did. Gonzalez slapper, rebound. Cunningham prying for it, could not finish. Back the other way, it's filtered in. Pozar racing after it. Swinging it for de Blasio. Looking for Pozar at the point. It's kept in by Erickson. Far corner, Charlton. To the back. Wrist shot Pozar into the breadbasket of LaRusso. And a whistle. Well, there was a delay about 10-15 minutes before the puck was dropped due to some roster issues for the Venom, due to suspensions, a celebrity contract. Well, they figured it all out. And then Hudson Valley came out and scored a goal 23 seconds in, but after that, the Hat-tricks settled in, got to their game, and have since scored 6 straight goals. High stick in the corner, Linnell caught one, and that's a penalty on Pozar. They were tangled up in that left corner, and immediately Linnell grabbed for his face. So this Hat-tricks power play, it's been lethal so far tonight, gets another crack at it. Danbury 2 for 5 so far tonight, and they have a shorthanded goal as well. Danbury coming into tonight had power play goals in 2 of the 3 games, both of them losses. Puck is swatted all the way back into the Hat-trick zone, and LaBelle will reset behind the Hat-tricks net. Speeds up the right wing. Centers. Clear attempt was flubbed. Now an opportunity for Sawertson. Sawertson shoots. Net came off again as LaRusso was stapled up against that near post. Stopped Blake Sawertson. And then got the whistle. So the face-off in the Hat-trick zone. You'd expect the Venom to press a little bit here. Down by 5. They are short-handed. There's still plenty of time in this game. Over 12 minutes to go. But Hudson Valley only playing with 14 skaters, and one of them, MJ Markle, who wasn't really even supposed to play much this year, was doing more coaching than anything, and Brett Parker still serving that misconduct from the end of the second period. Pass across, Ruiz, left circle. Filtered it down low into the skates. Back for Ruiz, left circle in the slot. Ruiz shoots, blocker save by Moriarty. Picked up at the left point. Ruiz for Ratcliffe, cross slot. Ruiz spinning. Looking for Harwell, low left. Through the legs, blindly. Cunningham for Ruiz, back up top Gonzalez. Ratcliffe into the skates of Cunningham. Picking it free is Ratcliffe at the right point with 15 on the power play. Gonzalez for Ratcliffe, final 10. Ratcliffe for Ruiz, fanned on the one-timer. And that's it for the Hat-Tricks power play. So Danbury 2 for 6 tonight on the man advantage. Venom keeping the Hat-Tricks to the outside on that power play. Couple of shots but went wide. Anderson on corks one. Him and his quick release off the blocker of Moriarty. Venom the other way. Shot steered into the protective netting. And a face-off upcoming in the hat-trick zone. LaRusso making his professional debut. Did dress for a game last year for the Hat-Tricks at the end of the season, but did not see any action. And after the hiccup early, he's made 18 of 19 saves and 19 straight. Chateauvert, left wing. Wister was aiming top left and a couple inches off. Venom the other way. Centering pass, detected, knocked away. Anderson looking for it. Comes out for Dusek. Twirls behind the net. Giveaway. Pass in front off the stick of Swartzen, who was all alone in front. Great opportunity for Blake Swartzen. Would have been his second goal of the year, but it remains 6-1 Hat-Tricks. Harwell to the left point. Tamburo shoots, tipped wide. Back in front, backhander Harwell into the chest of Moriarty. Didn't know where it was, it looked behind him. As we are a second away from the midway point of this period. So we will continue to play on, and the next stoppage will be the media timeout. Point shot blocked. Tamburo recovers. Swipes it for Linnell. And Woolley dangles out of trouble. Finds Harwell up the left wing. Harwell shoots wide. It springs off the end boards. And here comes Norica to the net. Shoots! Hit the crossbar, and they call it a goal. It's in the net. Norica with a beauty. He goes iron and down. And the Venom with their second goal of the night. Norica's second of the season. No chance for LaRusso. Over the shoulder, off the crossbar from an almost impossible angle. And it's really remarkable how he even got that puck to find the smallest slot for the goal. Hat-tricks are challenging. Now, a challenge would come with either a successful challenge, which would revert the score back to 6-1 and no goal, or it would come with a 2-minute delay of game penalty on the hat-tricks. Very tough to see in real speed because the puck was in and out. You could hear the ping for sure. Very similar to both Zinchenko and Dusek's goals back in the second period. Venom had challenged the Dusek goal, but it had indeed crossed the line. There are cameras above both nets that will give a clear indication on whether or not the puck is in. We are more than midway through this third period, but Venom with their second goal. If they do go to the power play, they have a chance to make it a 3-goal game. And still plenty of time. We've seen crazier things happen. Venom team has not taken their foot off the gas whatsoever. It's been chippy, it's been physical. Hat-tricks have outskilled and outpossessed Hudson Valley tonight. And they used a strong second period to jump ahead with 4 goals. Six total unanswered from the hat-tricks, 1 in the first to tie the game. Then 4 in the second, and then the power play goal just 1 minute 6 seconds into the third. 6 goals, 6 different goal scorers. 2 defensemen, Dusek and LaBelle with the most recent 2, and Ratcliffe, Zinchenko, Ruiz, and Woolley with the other 4. Play is still under review. We cannot see any replays from up here. And there is no video scoreboard quite yet here at Ice Time Sports Complex in Newburgh. So we await the ruling from the referee, who is over by the iPad. Now this is just game 4 of 56 for the hat-tricks. Danbury back in action next weekend, 2 at Binghamton. We saw how competitive back and forth last night was, ending in overtime. Power plays ruled that game and were the deciding factor in the end of things in overtime when Ratcliffe went to the box for hooking. And Cam Clark ended the game on a tap-in goal on a rebound. Very long review. They do want to get this right because, as we mentioned a couple minutes ago, crazier things have happened. If the Venom get their second goal, then go to the power play, you make it a 3-goal game and you're still somewhat alive. Now, a lot of things have to go right for Hudson Valley to get back in this game. They're already playing with just 14 skaters. Brett Parker is still serving that misconduct. And one of the players, MJ Markle, signed a celebrity contract today. It's all because of suspensions, and the Venom might be looking at some more suspensions with Brett Parker. And cross-check in the second period, the spear at the end of the period as well. It's not a good start for the Venom.
On the ice stands. That's a Venom goal.
So the call on the ice stands.
That goal was by number 91 at 10:28.
By Montes Sorica. Roofs it over LaRusso. They say it is in. And as a result, the hat-tricks are shorthanded because of the failed challenge.
Hat-tricks are assessed to
So hold your hats, folks.
Being served
The exact scenario that we just discussed during the break. Hat-tricks need a kill. LaBelle, Harwell, Zinchenko, and Gonzalez, the 4 white jerseys for the Hat-tricks. Power play opportunity for the Venom. They have yet to score on the power play tonight, 0 for 4. There's a wrister from Newburgh off the shaft of the stick of LaRusso. He's checking it out right now to make sure it's not cracked. He says, thank you very much for keeping that out of the back of the net. Under 9 to go in this third period, 4-goal Hat-tricks lead. Cross-ice pass, batted out of the air by Gonzalez. Played backwards for LaBelle, who can't clear. It's kept in. A fake shot, pass down low and through. Gaeta was standing on the doorstep on the feed from Swartzen. Here's Gaeta, right up the gut, wrist shot, glove save, and LaBelle clears off the glass. So LaRusso still alert, despite it being a 4-goal game. Hat-tricks wanted that to be an icing. They don't get the call, instead a clear out. Woolley gains the line, drops Ratcliffe. Attempted a veer inside, puck was knocked down. Nice move, Swartzen to the far side, a shot kicked out. Rebound, score! A tap-in goal for Danila Belov, his second of the night. And the Venom are within 3. Exactly what we spoke about. Hudson Valley's second goal standing from Norica. The resulting power play due to the delay of game failed challenge. And Belov knocks home the power play goal on the rebound. Still plenty of work for the Hat-tricks to do with little under 8 minutes to play in this third period. Dusek for Zinchenko, and they say he did not get a piece. So some life for the Venom.
This is our second 90-second media
After the Hat-tricks had rattled off 6 unanswered goals, Hudson Valley with 2 straight in a minute and 30-second span have cut the Hat-tricks lead to 3. We'll be right back on the Hat-tricks Digital Network.
Craving that perfect thin crust pizza? Head to Van's Bar Style Pizza in Danbury. Enjoy delicious, crispy edge bar style pizza and have some fun in our arcade while you're here. Great food and entertainment for the whole family, only at Van's Bar Style Pizza in Danbury. Looking for your next ride? Orchard Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Hudson has you covered. With a wide selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, plus unbeatable deals, Orchard CDJR is your one-stop shop for all things automotive. Visit Orchard Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Hudson today, where great cars meet great service. Diversified Printing Solutions in Danbury is the Hat-tricks official printing partner. You want it printed? Call Tina and let them get it inked up for you. DPS Printing Solutions. They can do it all. Locally owned, printed on paper from Connecticut trees. Upgrade your home with Buzz 8 Appliance, offering the latest in appliances with expert service and unbeatable prices. Visit us today or shop online. Buzz 8 Appliance, your local home solution.
It's mostly been all Hat-tricks so far tonight, but Hudson Valley with back-to-back goals. Just 3 down now with 7:44 to go in regulation. Off the face-off, Markle claps one over the net, hits off the end boards, nearly off the backside of LaRusso. Anderson from right to left. He's hacked at from behind by Gaeta, and that's a slashing penalty. Or rather, that is Belov, 15 and 16. Gaeta and Belov on this Hudson Valley squad, both with a white stick.
Penalty on the Venom, number 16, 2 minutes slashing, 2 minutes.
So Hat-tricks go right back to the power play. They've been very successful so far tonight. 2 for 6. Could expect the Venom to apply some pressure. Ruiz made a play, took a hit. Ratcliffe through center as Ruiz to his right. Instead, he'll peel back. LaBelle straight away. Crisscrosses with Ratcliffe. Hands off for number 3 in white. To the back, LaBelle. Slapper through to Moriarty. And a cover with no crumbs. Exactly 7 minutes to play in this third period. A penalty from Belov really hurting the chances of a Venom comeback. Danbury wins the draw. Ratcliffe shoots, stopped with the blocker. Ratcliffe back on it. Double teamed along the far boards. Finds LaBelle, wrister tipped on. Moriarty covered it. And now after the whistle, more shoving. Officials come in and separate. 1:14 on the Belov slash. 5 on 4. Hattricks don't even need to score here. Just want this time to continue to tick. Ruiz for Harwell. A scramble on. Ruiz for LaBelle. Ratcliffe. Ring of the right circle. Turns back. LaBelle. Ruiz wanted the one-timer. Pass was slightly in front of him. Harwell turning, shooting. Where's the puck? It's stopped by Moriarty. At first it looked like Harwell had celebrated. And then he had cleared Harwell out of the way. I think they just gave Markle a penalty. We'll await the official ruling. Wheels starting to come off for the Venom, despite back-to-back goals. And Markle has been sent off.
Penalty on Venom. Number 13, 10-minute penalty. Misconduct.
10-minute misconduct.
Abuse of an official.
MJ Markle, abuse of an official. Celebrity contract. And he's done for the night. Oof. Hudson Valley down to 13 skaters. And potentially more suspensions looming. So Gaeta will serve
Serving the penalty for 2 minutes, number 15.
the 2-minute Markle penalty. Markle's day is over. It's now a 5 on 3 for the next 48 seconds. Ruiz. Low left Ratcliffe, back for Ruiz. LaBelle, return for Ruiz. They play catch. Down low Cunningham, twisting in the corner. LaBelle. Hands off for Ratcliffe, 6 minutes to go in the third. Ratcliffe shoots. Hit a couple bodies in front. Back on it, Ratcliffe at the right point. Crisscrosses with Ruiz. Slips it for LaBelle. High slot, LaBelle for Ruiz. Ratcliffe one-timer, ramps into the netting. And a stoppage, 9 seconds left on the 5 on 3. It felt like the Venom had a little bit of momentum after the back-to-back goals. But once again, penalties derailing Hudson Valley. And will most likely lead to the 3rd loss of the year for the Venom. And the 2nd win of the season for the Hattricks. Gonzalez for Gamzatov. Inside for Zinchenko. They never got there. It was Anderson in the slot who had a couple whacks at it. He lost his stick at center. Zinchenko keeps possession. Sidestep the initial check. Worley keeps at the right point. Back to 5 on 4 for a minute. Anderson for Gonzalez. Tapped it for Woolley. Free puck near the blue line. And the Hat-Tricks reorganize at center. Anderson. Wrist shot. Whistles wide. Misconnection on a pass. And here's Brett Parker into the zone. Parker around the net. The lefty on his backhand, closed off by Zinchenko. And Danbury into the offensive zone. Final 20 of the power play, under 5 remaining in the period. There's a delayed penalty. Centering pass, Harwell slapper blocked, and a whistle.
This is our final media TV timeout, 90 seconds.
We'll get the information on the penalty when we come back. Hat-Tricks 6, Venom 3. You're watching Hat-Tricks Hockey on the Hat-Tricks Digital Network.
Craving breakfast all day? Come to IHOP for pancakes, omelets, and more any time of the day. Visit your local IHOP today because breakfast is always a good idea. Kick back and relax with a cold beer from Housatonic River Brewing. Craft brews made locally with love. Visit our tap room today. Housatonic River Brewing, where great beer meets great company. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena. Ready for your dream getaway? Let Dream Vacations plan the perfect trip for you. From cruises to tropical resorts, we make travel easy. Call today and start packing for your dream vacation. Start your morning right with Grounds Donut House. Delicious donuts, fresh coffee, and local charm. Visit us today for a sweet start to your day. Grounds Donut House, where every bite is a delight. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena. Need quality dental care? Aspen Dental makes it easy to get the smile you deserve. Affordable, reliable, and convenient. Call now to schedule your appointment at Aspen Dental, where we bring smiles to life.
5th penalty of the game on Brett Parker. This one a slash. And a 5-on-3 for 11 seconds. And then back to a 5-on-4. So the Venom squandered any opportunity of a comeback. Entered the third period down 5-1. Hat-Tricks made it 6-1. Venom scored the last 2 goals to cut the deficit to 3. And now they've been shorthanded for the last 5 or so minutes. Top unit still on for the Hat-Tricks. LaBelle Rister over the net. Rebound, Harwell scores! Sprung off the end boards, in front. Harwell there to clean up the mess. His second power play goal in as many games. And Danbury has number 7. A touchdown and an extra point. Seven goals, 7 different goal scorers for Danbury. Harwell in the right spot at the right time. And the power play for the Hat-Tricks continues to impress. Mentioned Danbury had gone 2 games through the first 3 with power play goals, no wins. That will change tonight. The Hat-Tricks officially 3 for 9 on the power play. Parker with 5 of those penalties against. Gaeta pressures Pamelayan, who shoves in. Free puck, and it's ripped over the net by Sawertson. Delayed penalty on the Hat-Tricks and Pamelayan. He might get 2 here just because of that trip at the end of the play. The initial call was on Pamelayan, who was working on Gaeta. We got a cross check on Pamelayan, so just the 1 penalty, 2 minutes. And this game like a slug, trying to get over a finish line. Under 4 on the clock. Power play for the Venom. They are 1 for 5 so far tonight. Henning clears all the way down. Well, the first ever matchup between the Venom and Hat-Tricks has been quite eventful. The delay off the jump due to the roster issues. Hudson Valley with a goal 23 seconds in. And the Hat-Tricks scoring 6 unanswered to pull out to a 6-1 lead. And the Venom had a little bit of hope in this third period with back-to-back goals in a minute-and-a-half span. But penalties derailed any comeback attempt for the Venom. And the Hat-Tricks are 3 minutes away from their second regulation win of the season. Looking at a 2-1-1 record with 7 points. Stuff-in try, LaRusso strong on the near post, keeps it out. And a D-zone face-off upcoming, Hat-Trick shorthanded. Well, other than the speed bump early for LaRusso, he's been fairly sharp. 22 saves on 25 shots. Not much you could do on Hudson Valley's second and third goals. One off the bar and down the other, a tap in. Here's a one-timer, deflected wide. The shot from Norica, who has one of the Hudson Valley goals. Around the net, Gaeta for Norica. Returned for Gaeta. Probing in the offensive zone, 2.5 to go in the third. Pass inside, Newburgh, back for Gaeta. Dropping off through the legs of Craig, out to center. As time continues to tick in this third period, still 30 seconds on the Pamelayan penalty for slashing, a cross-checking rather. A whistle, a stoppage, and another penalty. This time it's interference on Craig, and that evens things up 4-on-4, and then the Hat-Tricks will have a power play for practically the rest of the contest.
Number 71, 2 minutes, interference, 2 minutes.
Well, the Hat-Tricks with a lot of positives to take away from this game. Special teams a plus. They stayed disciplined against a rough and tough and frustrated Venom team. And 5-on-5, Hat-Tricks really sharp, other than maybe that minute-and-a-half stretch where Hudson Valley scored back-to-back goals in this third period. Of course, the start was not the best either, but it's understandable after the Hat-Tricks sat around for 10-15 minutes just due to the delay. Here's Tamburo. Giving for Linnell. Gonzalez wrist shot. Save. Rebound. Score! In his first professional game, Reese Tamburo's got his first professional goal. Saved the puck for the former Danbury Hat-Trick NA3HL player. In the lineup for an injured Xavier Abdella, and on the scoreboard late here in the third. And a dirty goal for a defenseman. On the doorstep, tucked it home for an 8-3 Hat-Tricks advantage. That goal on the power play. And the barrage continues. And right now it's being listed as an even strength goal. But anyway, Tamburo will take it. Zinchenko with the assist.
Last hat-trick goal was
And crazy eights for the Hat-Tricks tonight here in Newburgh.
2-minute penalty on number 14, high sticking.
They gave Newburgh a high sticking penalty, so the Hat-Tricks right back to the power play. Really doesn't end for this Hat-Tricks team. A lot of practice for these units. Ratcliffe in front, Harwell scores! His second power play goal of the night. And it's getting ugly, 9-3 Hat-Tricks. Tic-tac-toe passing. Cunningham slipped it inside for for Harwell.
That hat-trick goal was scored by number 15, assisted by number 17.
So the hat-tricks with 2 goals in 12 seconds to take once again a 6-goal lead. That's what they had earlier in this third period. Now let's go hat-tricks chant from the fans. Gamzatov throws it in front, glove down behind the net. A whistle. And yet another stoppage. Complete domination for the Danbury Hat-tricks. And episode 1 of the Battle of 84 goes to the Hat-tricks.
1 minute remaining in the game. 1 minute.
Face off at the left dot outside the Venom zone. Batted forward by Hudson Valley. Out to center, Linnell pushing it for Gamzatov. Back in Norica. Turned aside by Dusek. Soccered by Shatavert, who took a tumble from Newburgh. 40 seconds to go in the game. Out to center. Shatavert will settle. Half a minute remaining. Asp filters it in. Norica to the far side. Norica's back on it. Him and Asp switch spots. Norica shoots high. Rims around. Pozar kept it in. The final 5 seconds of regulation. Gaeta spinning. Asp shoots. One last save for LaRusso. And that should do it. The Hat-tricks take game 1 of the Battle of 84. 9-3 the final. Complete domination for the Hat-tricks.
And our 3 stars in the game.
6 unanswered goals after the Venom had scored the game's opening goal 23 seconds in. Hat-tricks power play.
Second star of the game for the Danbury Hat-tricks.
Was unstoppable, 5 for 11 on the night. And the fans deserve a pat on the back as well. All now lining up along the glass to greet the Hat-tricks as they go into the locker room. Winners for the second time this season. 7 points for the Hat-tricks. They improved to 2-1-1 through 4 games, 7 points. The Venom fall to 1-3-0 with 3 points. As the weekend comes to an end for the Hat-tricks, Danbury back in action next weekend against Binghamton. 2 games on the road against the defending Commissioners Cup champions. A quick recap before we sign off. Mentioned the Venom scored the game's opening goal. It was Belov from Sawertson and Gaeta 23 seconds into the first period. Then the Hat-tricks got on a roll. Woolley answered to tie the game at 9-10 of the first from Henning and Harwell. In the second, Ruiz, a short-handed goal, picked off a pass at center, went in, faked the backhand, went forehand, and gave the Hat-tricks their first lead of the night, 2-1 the score at 4:52. Then came the rest of the goals. Zinchenko from Woolley and Gamzatov on the power play at 11:02. At 17:21, Ratcliffe, assisted by LaBelle and Ruiz, made the game 4-1 Danbury. Then it was Dusek's first professional goal at 18:06, another even strength strike. Linnell and Harwell with the assists. And then the 6th goal for the Hat-tricks, a power play goal, LaBelle, from Ratcliffe and Ruiz to start the third period at 1:06. Third period got a little bit wacky. We had 5 total goals. You had Norica and Belov with goals a minute and a half apart. One was even strength the other on the power play, but then the Hat-Tricks settled the ships with 3 consecutive power play goals sprung by the indisciplined play of the Venom. Harwell from LaBelle and Ruiz. Tamburo with his first pro point and first pro goal from Zinchenko at 8:25. And then just 12 seconds later, Harwell with his second power play goal of the night from Cunningham and Ratcliffe. You look at some of the big point producers tonight. Johnny Ruiz typically leads this list. He does again tonight. 1 goal, 3 assists, 4 points. 3 other players with 3 points. Ratcliffe with a goal and 2 assists. LaBelle with a goal and 2 assists. And as we mentioned, Harwell with the 2 power play goals and the 1 assist. Hat-Tricks had just 4 players without a point. Everyone else had at least 1 point in the game. And the Hat-Tricks come away from Game 4 with 3 points and a win over the Venom in the first installment of the Battle of 84. All right, folks, that just about wraps it up for us here at the Ice Time Sports Complex. Hat-Tricks back in action next weekend in Binghamton. Rather, they have a game in Watertown on Friday the 1st, and then in Binghamton on Saturday the 2nd. So road games 2 and 3 of the 3-game road trip for the Hat-Tricks resumes tomorrow, next weekend, as we've lost the camera feed. They've unplugged, but we're still on the air. So we will talk again next week. Stay locked on to DanburyHattricks.com and our socials to see if we'll have a broadcast in Watertown. We did not have broadcasts last year, but we will keep you guys updated about Friday night in Watertown. If not, we'll speak again at some point next weekend, either on Friday or Saturday in Binghamton. Hat-Tricks win it 9-3. They improve to 2-1-1 with 7 points. And they have points now in 3 straight games. 9 through the final. We'll talk next weekend. Have a great rest of your night, Hat-Tricks fans.